YouTube and start to Facebook. Now, fun thing, you gotta remember that if you stop streaming to Twitch, that does not control you streaming to other channels. So guess who accidentally was still streaming for like 20 minutes?
Oh, nice.
I mean, we didn't say anything like terribly incriminating. It was me going, that was fun. People are so nice. I love Mass Effect. That's basically.
I don't actually know how to.
Well, I mean, that's good.
Yep. You get some genuine J Justice realness if she forgets the camera's on, because all I do is sit here like a goofball going, yay! Like, for like 10 minutes. Hi, I was excited, y'all. Oh, I forgot to change the title of the stream, so we're gonna switch it up to what we're actually called. Why do I always do this, y'all, every time?
I mean, just like every time I sign on to Zoom, I gotta change my name too.
Mm-hmm.
I did not put that into my but I have Shield.
Alright.
Oh, Lexicon, it's
Oh dear.
So speaking of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the new Secret Invasion TV series.
Oh yeah, okay, I have not heard anything about Secret Invasion. Please tell me all that you know.
So the only thing that they really announced is that 2 actresses have been added to the show.
Mm-hmm.
One is Olivia Coleman, who is an Oscar award-winning British actress.
Oh yeah, she's fantastic.
I love her. No word on who she's playing.
Oh, they'll never tell us that, no.
Yeah, the word on the street, the rumor mill, is that she could potentially be playing, I believe it's pronounced Raquel, the Grande Dame of the Scrolls.
My goodness.
Yes. Could be, we don't know. And the other one that they just announced today is Amelia Clark.
Ooh,
Yes,
she could literally be anybody.
What was her name? Khaleesi?
Yeah. Well, her name was Daenerys, but yeah.
Well,
her title was Khaleesi.
Title, yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't watch the show.
Please tell me my camera didn't just freeze with me making a weird face, because I think it did. I'm like, why, Lord? Why must I suffer like this?
So she was announced today.
We are harassing.
And of course, a lot of people are already thinking that she could potentially be playing Baranki, the Scroll Queen.
Yes.
That we know.
I wanted to
cosplay
her. Her gowns were amazing.
Yeah. So it could be.
It could be.
I'm also wondering, because I don't remember. What was Hulkling's mother's name? Was it Anelle?
Something like that.
Anelle, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name? I mean, she could also be playing her, and we could be getting maybe introduced to Hulkling. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah. So very very exciting casting announcement as far as Secret Invasion goes.
I'm so irritated with Facebook right now because I clicked it twice and I thought it was working and then just said no.
And also, I apologize, everyone. I did not repaint my nails because I knew that I would be stoning and that it would immediately ruin all of my nail polish anyway.
No, adhesive and nail polish do not mix.
Yeah.
Like, that's why
so you're just getting what's left over from last week. I apologize, but listen,
I haven't done my nails in 2 years, so you get what you get.
Yeah, but you know, I usually try, but with the E6000 and stuff, I just was not gonna stress myself about it.
Alright, I'm gonna try again with Facebook, and then I'm just gonna give up and just stream to what's working. Okay. Oh, I didn't put a title for the stream, maybe that's why. Also not letting me copy and paste anything, that's okay.
So, hi everyone, my name is Danielle. So I haven't gone really far away from home, so this is really exciting for me. Briefly, my mom works at a tavern, and she's done that for many, many years, and one time she met this one traveler.
I'm really trying right now.
Well, 9 months later she had me, and I came out.
Well, listen, your Wonder Woman looks great. It's great.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I tried.
So I'm trying. I really like to try to find my dad because they
One more try. Come on, Facebook. I did this yesterday. It was fine. It says it's connecting.
Can I talk to them first?
Yes. Okay, we are on Facebook. Good.
Okay. We are
Let me just make sure it's muted so we're not getting double audio from my girlfriend playing D&D and and the computer.
Anyone else?
Oh, shoot. I accidentally closed it. No. 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 Okay, thank God I was like... Okay. But I see your hands moving in the corner, so that tells me that it is working.
Oh, good.
Even though
good,
I can't see it. Okay, I'm pressing the go live button. It should be working. So, sorry Facebook missed out on our beginning nonsense, but oh well. Alright, now we're good. We are currently simulcasting to all 3 of the places where I have a username. Yay!
That's awesome. I love that.
Alright, I'm so glad. Thank you for your patience, everybody, while we got it together. And now I'm going to finish coloring in my Wonder Woman. When we last left off, I think I was still working on the stars, and I decided that because why not? I'm gonna mess with the what you call it?
Nice to meet you.
The size and shapes of the stars. So, rule number 1: digital art. Make sure you're on the right layer.
Is
you gonna be sorry. You're gonna be
is
sorry.
Like in the cart with us, or like walking next to the cart.
Right.
Or...
What brush am I using? I'm using a
Pulling
blurring
apart.
brush for some reason. That's not what I want to use. I think I had been working on a different painting, and it kept the same. It kept the settings from that painting, and so it's like
Nice to meet
basically it remembers what you did last time in the app, not per file. So, oh, I see we have friends on Facebook. Hey guys, welcome. Let me pop in so I can see your comments. They have yet to invent an app that can show me everyone's comments at the same time from all these sites. But I mean, I think Streamlabs does, but I just do not like Streamlabs. I'm sorry. I wish I did.
I have only, I think, I'm trying to remember, does Tomcat use Streamlabs? Is that what they use?
Oh, no, they use StreamYard.
StreamYard, okay, yeah. Then
Totally
I've
different.
used StreamYard before. I don't think I've used Streamlabs before.
Alright, there we are. I just want to see the comments. And we're good. Alright, perfect. Okay, now I can focus. I'm using the hard fountain pen smooth because purely because the name amuses me. No other reason. I'm gonna fill in some of the bottoms here. Oh, that's way too many pixels.
Just so adorable.
I know.
Little giggles.
Where's the Coco's asleep in a little like blanket nest she made on the floor. She's so cute. So yeah, I feel super out of touch with all of the nerd stuff because I think all I'm really caught up with is Falcon and Winter Soldier. And that's it.
Which also.
Oh my gosh.
From that last episode.
I mean, we knew what was gonna happen, but it was still so satisfying to see it. Because let's be honest, the minute you do something as awful as like, and this is the MCU, mind you, not real life, but the minute you do anything as awful as like kill an unarmed person in the middle of the street, you should be stripped of all of your rank and privileges. That's just not normal. So my takeaway was, oh good, you did Sam's job for him. Now there's no way you can be Captain America. Good riddance, yeet. Like I was so glad.
So also we got introduced to a new character.
Oh my god, how happy were you to see her?
So happy in fact that I may have added a certain iteration of Madam Hydra to my cosplay list.
Pretends to be shocked.
Yeah, I know. And oh no, and I know you won't be shocked.
No.
But you know, it's not just some simple, oh, I'm wearing a green bodysuit with some, weaponry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going full Hydra octopus headpiece. The living parasite. Because I love to be uncomfortable and
that is so awesome. Oh my god, I can't wait to see that.
So very excited for that. I literally wheeled and we had to pause and rewind, like, because I was so loud and obnoxious.
Oh yeah, she's perfect.
Well, first of all, like, Ben was like, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, like, who's this character? Because obviously, like, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is important.
Yeah.
And I was like, so again, like, that makes me excited just because who knows what it is that she was actually doing there? Who knows who she's actually working for?
You know nothing, and that's the most exciting part.
Exactly, that's the most exciting thing about that. And the thing is, I'm not even talking about like, oh, let's just speculate about what she was doing. I'm just excited to see what happens. Like how cool that they're bringing in this character who, again,
what's
has
really
like,
interesting is that we don't know her allegiance, and so many of the characters that she's traditionally been associated with in Marvel are either like not present in the MCU, or we don't know if they are either. So it really, they gave her so much of an open space in terms of where she can operate and what she can do, and this is a post the fall of S.H.I.E.L.D. world. Yeah. So we don't know like what kind of like connection she may or may not have, and her surveillance is obviously very good.
Yeah,
she was in the know.
Yeah, very cool. I'm excited. The other thing that kind of made me chuckle is a few weeks ago, maybe a week and a half or so ago, I had a virtual brunch with a friend who was catching up on the show, and we were just talking about Marvel in general, and for whatever reason, because he's such a fan of the Real Housewives franchise, he brought up Lisa Rinna, being like, oh, like Lisa Rinna is going to be a part of the MCU. Yep. And like, I was like, oh, well, I was like, funny story. Did you know that in the late 90s, she was in the David Hasselhoff Nick Fury movie? And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, there's a Nick Fury movie starring David Hasselhoff. It was terrible, but I still enjoyed it. And I was like, yeah, and Lisa Rinna played this character called Val. And he was like, oh, that's funny, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, girl, have you watched the episode yet? and he was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, so Julie Louis-Dreyfus, like, that character seems, interesting and promising. I was like, yeah, that's Lisa Rinna from the Nick Fury movie. And he was like, oh my god, that's too funny.
How did you feel about her styling and how they tried to like work in hints to her comic book appearance in how she looked in live action? Like with the hair color especially. Yeah. There was a question in there, Dmanda.
Oh, is there?
I said, how did you feel about the way they translated her comic book appearance with hints to it in the live action version?
Yes. Like there was like hints. It was like fine. I would have liked to have had like full skunk hair.
I know you would have, yeah.
Like give me like the real prominent. I mean, however, it is. I mean, for when the character was introduced, like that was definitely still a relatively like new look for female characters. But like now, it's definitely like I don't know, like a thing that happens all the time.
Did you get the sense that she was trying to blend into the environment and not be suspected as not belonging there? That's how I felt. Like she was toning down herself to be able to slide into that like obviously secure location. That's how I felt.
So also when she first arrived, I thought that she was going to be is it Veronica or Victoria Hand?
Victoria Hand? No. Victoria Hand has appeared already in the MCU, and they gave her the traditional red streaks.
Oh, did they?
She was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
See, I got maybe halfway through season 2 and kind of got sidetracked with like work and stuff, so I just stopped watching.
I think you would not have been excited by her cameo because it was not what it should have been.
Gotcha.
No, I'm just trying to find my dad.
People who like the character were excited to see her, but we were like, wait, don't do the thing when you give us a badass female character. Hold on.
First, like, just for a few minutes, just to like establish, just like to figure some stuff out, and then you can do it. I'll stand aside. I need to talk to her first.
Don't do the thing where you establish a female character and make her interesting and then only leave her in a different like era because you deliberately made her only in a flashback. So that limits how much you can do with the character because she's only going to be in this one season where they travel in time or whatever. I was like, oh god damn it! Like, I'm angry that she wasn't in like Captain America: The Winter Soldier, right?
Yeah,
that would have been the place for her to show up.
Yeah, for a movie that was desperately lacking in any sort of representation.
I still believe in the fandom rumor that was partially substantiated that the reason why that movie was the best writing that Black Widow ever got, not just because Joss Whedon didn't write it.
I don't think my father knows I exist.
But because of the fact that all of that dialogue was actually for Sharon.
Ah.
Like, it would have been a very good meet cute. It would have really made the Sharon and Steve relationship harder for them to shaft in exchange for letting him go back to the past. If they had let her have that time with Steve on the run and doing cool shit. Mind you, I think it was great for Widow too, but I wish that we could have had both characters like get to have their moment in the sun, you know? Mm-hmm. Because then we have to get Black Widow written by Joss Whedon again, and she went back to being like boring garbage. Like, I was just she's either boring or the misogyny is just like choking you.
To see if they slept with my mom.
Agreed.
Not really any. That's why I'm going on adventures, so I can find some. And you know, I need to earn money along the way. I don't have a lot of money,
Lord
so
Jesus.
I gotta get a job that simultaneously pays the bills and allows me to travel. I realize it's a long shot, but it's better than just sitting around.
I'm gonna I got nothing.
I got nothing.
Yeah, because this is the problem. I switched to this app so I could do simulcasting, but the issue is that if I put the headphones on so that I can hear better, the audio from Dmanda is only coming through Zoom, so it has to come out through the speakers so that the microphone can pick it up. But then the microphone picks up everything, so it's kind of a mess. But it will eventually.
I try to be respectful of other people's culture.
I know, the irony is killing me. That was really funny. It'll eventually get better, but right now we're kind of in it.
We're still making art. We're still on
art.
the internet. Put on a new set of lashes. Like, you know, we're good.
But yeah, I didn't watch the trailer for Shang-Chi, but I'm excited it's happening. I'm excited that Marvel's getting the martial arts superhero that it deserves because, let's be honest, the Iron Fist show was not great.
Again, still haven't watched it.
Don't bother.
Just kind of uninterested.
I like Iron Fist. I love martial arts stuff. I'm sad that the best martial artists in Marvel end up being, like, they cast someone with no stunt experience to play him, and I'm like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
This is like
because
and then
also
there wasn't
he's
time
not
to
that
teach him
cute.
either. Nice guy, super friendly and sweet. You know, when I met him before the show came out, so I was super excited to meet him. And I didn't have any critiques because I'd only seen him in like Game of Thrones, and he was fine in that because he wasn't required to do any
Are
fighting.
you saying that you're pointless?
But yeah, from what I saw in the trailer, I was very excited because I'm like, aside from being an MCU movie, like this movie just looks entertaining.
I think so. I haven't watched it, but some people who I am like followers of who were like, this movie's gonna be really great. Why did they cast Awkwafina? Apparently she's out of her depth according to them, and I don't really care for the actress because she has that thing where like, I'm gonna put on a black scent to be popular and then drop it whenever I get put on and like famous or whatever, and then to claim that, oh, I'm from Forest Hills, so I'm surrounded by the Negroes and that's why I saw a black person. Like, that's the most Asian like neighborhood in the city. There's absolutely no way. Not to mention, when black people grow up in other areas, we don't sound like y'all. What are you doing? Like, you're just trying to sound popular or cool or whatever. I'm tired of it. So I don't really have patience for that kind of stuff. I don't want to reward that kind of actor. So people are like, I boycott anything she's in, but I love Marvel. What do I do? I'm like, make a decision.
Yep.
Like, God help me if they cast her as like, I don't know, Colleen Wing or something in Misty Knight, I would cry. But I just won't watch it.
Well, so apparently her character's name is like Katie or something. So I don't know.
I just hope she talks like her regular voice and not the I'm pretending to be black voice, because I'm sick of it. Please, God.
Yes.
We have Balin, which is going to be confused, which is
So what's going on with you? Do you have anything on your agenda in terms of like,
I can
events you're going to do?
Okay, I can tell.
So tomorrow is my second dose of the vaccine.
Yay! That's awesome.
yes,
So your
that's
vaccinated status.
Yes, so that is awesome. Very excited for that. The first one, I only really had like a sore arm, so fingers crossed that, you know, all that happens with the second one. So I'm excited for that. I'm also appearing on a podcast tomorrow. The new podcast that is dropping tomorrow. It's called Crushgasm. It is hosted by a lovely writer named Kendra that I met last year at the beginning of the pandemic. So it's about crushes and how they've kind of shaped us. And we really, you know, just like with most podcasts, we eventually talk about, you know, 800 other million things. But my crush we talked about was a crush that is kind of, I'm going to post about it tomorrow on social media. But it's like a random crush, like that was kind of the topic, like a crush that not necessarily a lot of people might relate to or understand, but it's one that happened. Like hers that she already posted on social media was Larry King.
Oh.
Specifically, Larry King in the B movie, which was very interesting to me. She was like, he just seems so like nice and comforting, and I'm like, hey, I get that. He's definitely like a grandpa. But anyway, so that premieres tomorrow. So I'll be posting, obviously, the link and everything tomorrow on my social media. And tomorrow evening, I am doing an interview with my good Jay Dmanda, who I get hip pads and like my super fancy nails from. She is doing a cosplay themed drag show this weekend.
Ooh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and so to go with that, she wanted to have like a little interview with me. And I'll be premiering a new cosplay look for that interview, which is exciting. And I gave her my Dazzler video that I premiered about a month or so ago now, which of course is my newest favorite. So anyway, very, very excited for that. So that is this weekend. You can follow Dementia on Drag Queen TV, The Dementia, or Drag on a Budget on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to find out more information. I, of course, will be posting all of that stuff as well. So that is exciting. And the most exciting is that it's my birthday next week.
Woo! Happy early birthday!
Yeah, so my birthday is next Thursday.
Excellent.
So we do have another stream before it.
You better share your wish list.
I guess I could. Like I don't know. I've never done that before.
If you would like birthday presents, you should share your wish list. If you don't want birthday presents, then don't share your wish list.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I'll consider it, but.
Or you can share whatever charity you want people to donate to, and they can do that instead.
That actually might be something I might actually do next week. To have people donate to some charitable causes, depending on what they would like to. So that actually is a good idea. So I'll probably do that at the beginning of next week for people to find some charitable causes, which would be great. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm having a virtual Zoom with some friends for my birthday. We're going to be playing a fun drinking game, which I love to do. It is a truth or truth type of game, which is also the most entertaining kind of game.
Are you still having dinner? Are you still eating? Okay.
What about you, Jay? What's going on?
Oh boy.
Anything?
Well, I have increased my streaming just a bit. I'll be doing Mass Effect Mondays, where I play Mass Effect Andromeda every Monday from like 7 to 10 until Mass Effect Legendary Edition comes out. So that'll be out in a little over 3 weeks. Woo! Exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And that one's going to be on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube as well. And I'm thinking about it because, I mean, I hadn't played that game in like 4 years, so I had forgotten just how much fun it was and how beautiful it was. And it occurred to me that I'm going to end up having started this playthrough, and then when the new game comes out, I'm going to want to play the new game. But what am I going to do with this character that I made and like this backstory that I gave her and everything? So I thought to myself, maybe I will start streaming it on Friday. So I'll stream Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Same time, 7 to 10. And then on Fridays, I do my Star Wars RPG, so I'll give it like a little break between playing a video game and like playing a role-playing game with other people.
Yeah.
But I think that's it, because my girlfriend was like, you're gonna have burnout if you try to do too much. So I'm gonna try not to do too much. But yeah, I'm super excited for everyone to finally play this game that we worked on for so long now. It's gonna be so
That
fun.
is so cool and exciting.
Well, outside of that, I don't think I have any other content. I mean, I'm gonna do some like crafting and stuff and like record that, but yeah. I think I've just been pushing so long for so hard that I was just like, maybe I don't need to do too much right now.
Yeah. Again, depending on how things progress and all of that, I was asked to participate in a Pride photo shoot for a cosplay magazine. So I don't know. So like right now they're planning on having the photo shoot. I think there's like 6 of us total. 6, 7 of us.
Did they say when?
So in June.
Oh, okay.
So again, that depends on as things are progressing and whether or not we might do a like we all take our own photos and submit them or whatever.
Well, the CDC says that if you're vaccinated and everyone else is vaccinated, small gatherings are okay. So if it's under 10 people and everyone has been vaccinated and it's been 2 weeks since their vaccine shot, I personally think that is probably safe to do in June because that's a couple months away. That's plenty of time for everyone to get their vaccine now that they've opened it up to everyone over the age of 16. Yeah. But my big complaint here is that a lot of conventions, like at least 2 now that I've seen, are saying that they're going to allow people to come if they have a vaccination card, which all good and well, but if it's a convention with hundreds of people, not only are people making fake vaccine cards, but there are people who can't be vaccinated for medical reasons. Okay, the convention could say, no, you can't come, but what they're saying now, and I saw this in writing, if you bring a negative COVID test that is from the day before the con, they'll let you in. And I'm like, okay, Dmanda, do you see the problem?
Yes. Yes.
Like, that doesn't guarantee that you're not gonna transmit COVID. That just means that at the time of the test you didn't have it, but that's a whole day earlier, and anything could have happened at that point. And then the people who are vaccinated can still transmit people who aren't. So it's like, plus, none of the kids can get vaccinated. You're gonna have a con with a bunch of kids? Like, people ask me if I'm going. I'm like, no, I'm not going. To do what? Oh my god. It's crazy. And this is in July. And then the other one's in August. And I'm like, I just don't know. I just don't know. I feel like I'm okay with waiting until next year. I know that PAX canceled their big convention, and then they said they might tentatively do one in November and December, but it's like, that's I feel like that's long enough away to not worry so much, but still, they know they may have to cancel it, because they're in big cities, they're like in Philadelphia, and they're like in like Seattle, where it's very hard to get an accurate count of how many people are vaccinated. But not to be too heavy, it occurred to me because, conventions, things that we normally would be doing right about now.
But anyway, so if I get done, or when I get done with stoning this, the next thing I'm going to be doing is, because it is Pride themed, and they decided that they were going to do the Green Lantern Corps.
Oh.
So we're all doing a different color. So I'm going to be turning this into an indigo lantern belt using, although I did get the wrong size stones, but they'll be fine. But I got some fun purple stones. And I'll be filling.
What color hair are you going to have as an indigo lantern?
So That's the part. So because I didn't want to do a in canon character, because the Indigo Lanterns are specifically known to like not wear a lot of clothes.
Yeah.
So I need to cover other parts of my body because of drag underpinning. I'm just sort of doing like my own Indigo Lantern. So I got stuff. I think that the outfit's gonna be cute. It's gonna be fine. I'm actually really excited for it. However, the hair is the one thing that I'm kind of like caught up on. I don't know. So I do have some new wigs because Arda was having a sale. There we go. And I got like 3 wigs that were like $18 each. Usually they're like $30 each. So I was pretty happy with that. So like one's like magenta, one is a lavender, and that one's also, it's like a lavender, but it's also like T-Boz style.
Yes.
Like where it's like got the long on the side, bangs in the front. And again, it's lavender, so I'm like, ooh, that could be cute to be like matchy.
That would be so cute.
Or I'm like, well, I could do the hot pink one to like, spice up some, some different thing. So I don't know. I've also thought about doing just like black hair. But because I already have the hair from like when I did Boudica.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I think I'm gonna put the whole outfit together and then just like, because I have a wall of wigs, and just start like
a wall of wigs.
Putting wigs on. Because also, ooh, I just thought of it. I actually have my teal like aqua colored hair that could also be super pretty. And because Green Lantern Corps, like aliens and stuff, like it's whatever. There's no, and it's also like my own original character.
Exactly. That's why I was like, what color you want to do? Because I mean, you could do anything.
Yeah. And so again, when you have that many options, it's so hard.
I love costumes.
yeah. To decide what I want to do. So I have lots of options. Again, it will also depend on like when the wigs come in, when they decide to do the photo shoots, all of that stuff. So, but no, I'm very, very excited for it. I already dyed a bunch of fabric to use for like strips that I'm going to be like wrapping around my arms and my legs, and like the bodice. So I'm excited for this look. I think it's cute. Oh, and the most exciting. So after I finish stoning the belt off doll, I'm actually going to be making, because the Indigo Lanterns all carry a staff. So I'm going to be. This is my first time making props by myself. So I'm going to make myself a staff because I found a little wireless battery operated that has a remote control. And the light changes to all the different colors of the rainbow, and it actually makes like a really pretty indigo color.
That's gonna be so cool.
So I'm gonna like mount it in something, do like the cone shape that is around like the top of the lantern, and then get like a big dowel for it to be on, and like wrap the whole thing and probably like duct tape to give it texture and paint it and all that stuff. So I'm very excited to try to work on that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it on the stream just because I'm going to need a lot of space.
No, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of space. But I'm pretty excited about doing that.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I did have a friend who had a suggestion for a cool cosplay group. Okay, do you remember Strawberry Shortcake?
Of course I do.
Do you remember all her little friends?
Yes.
My friend Caroline wants us to do medieval Strawberry Shortcake and friends.
Oh, that would be cute.
Now, remember Orange Blossom?
Yes.
Okay, so Orange Blossom's hat and hair combination works really well with those medieval, like, flat top with the little shawls that come down around it. So I'm totally going to just make all the little flowers. It's going to be adorable, basically. It's going to be so cute.
That will be very cute.
Yes. So we'll probably do that DragonCon 2022.
Very cute. Into that.
Yeah, I do not make a lot of frilly girly things, weirdly enough. So, and this is the same friend who was like, let's do an American Girl group. She's into cosplaying your childhood nostalgia.
Okay, gotcha.
And I had done Melody, the 1950s American Girl doll, and she had done Samantha, the very first American Girl doll that everybody remembers because she had a movie and everything. And Caroline worked so hard on this like extremely accurate dress, and then she packed up her Dragon Con, drove from Pennsylvania to Atlanta, got to the convention, opened the suitcase, unfolded the dress to put in the closet. Dmanda, are you ready for cosplay heartbreak?
Oh no.
She folded up the remnant fabric and left the dress in the house.
No.
She was the one who founded the group, and we all show up in our costumes, and she shows up in something else because she didn't have it. We're like, no!
Oh no!
And to this day, she's never gotten another chance to wear that dress.
Oh, that is
the saddest thing. I'm like,
full
oh,
on
honey,
cosplay heartbreak.
how did this happen? She's like,
Oh.
I'm so tired.
Oh, that makes me
All
so
night
sad.
sewing, and you pack up the leftover fabric and forget the dress.
Oh,
The heartbreak.
oh, that.
I know. It was so tragic. Oh my god.
Oh, it like especially when you're the person who like did the group,
Did
everybody's
all the
showing
work.
up.
Yep. Made the Facebook group, found people to be characters, like did everything, and you're cosplaying the very first like one.
Yeah.
Like the main character. If there's a main character of American Girl, it would be Samantha. So it was so sad. Mind you, the costume she did wear was great and kind of looked like it was part of the group, even though people didn't know who she was. Have you seen Ever After?
Yes.
She was Jocelyn.
Okay. Yeah.
In the dress with the horse head and everything.
Yeah.
So it's a very good costume, and if she took off the horse head, the dress looked nice enough to be like an American Girl doll. But like the frustration of knowing that she'd made the perfect dress and then couldn't wear it.
Oh.
So sad.
Oh. Because also, I mean, it's one thing to bring a costume or a cosplay and like not wear it because you're exhausted or tired or like the group fell through or whatever. Like that's one thing. Because there were two cosplays that I brought when I went to Dragon Con. The last time there was a Dragon Con, because time was irrelevant.
Yeah.
And I was sad that I didn't get to wear those, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, well, I'll just wear them next time. They weren't really like part of the group or anything.
Yeah.
But I was still like, because especially like one of them, Miss Carol made. So I wore it at Birdie. I wore it at Anime USA a few months later, and it was fine. But just the fact that like Miss Carol had like worked so hard to make it like so accurate and all that stuff. So like I was just a little sad to not wear it because she was gonna look forward to pictures and blah blah. But it was fine. I mean, when I told her what happened, she was like, "Oh no!" She was like, "I thought you were being extra ambitious, bringing 9 costumes," and I was like, "Oh, I was."
You were.
Yeah, that was a lot. Like, I'm still surprised that I wore 7 of them.
Okay, just double checking that everything's working with the stream. It is all good.
Listen, we have been on here for like almost an hour, and I am like trucking along on this thing. I'm excited.
It's weird because my clock isn't working right in terms of like letting me know how long we've been on. Like the stats still say 1 minute. Like we've been streaming for longer than a minute.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go by the regular clocks. I know we started like 7:10-ish because I was running a bit late, but like I'm still signing off at 10 p.m. Like we're done.
Yeah. We're not gonna be crazy.
No.
But I did this whole row.
You did? Oh my god! You're making good time on that thing.
Yeah. I mean, there's still a whole lot more.
Yeah, I know.
Too. However, it's nice that this is going by slightly faster.
Like, I'm not rushing with my little drawing. I'm just enjoying the process. This is a weird thing. I think I enjoy sketching more on paper and pen, but paper and pencil, but I like coloring digitally.
Well, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I feel like you get better color sometimes.
And I feel like I'm better at getting the right shapes that I want with a pencil. I don't know why. Because, I mean, clearly you should be able to do the same thing with this, but I don't know. I'm just more happy with the idea of, oh yes, coloring my sketch makes me excited, but the idea of like doing a digital sketch and go, because I feel like it's not the same. Maybe there's not enough traction between the stylus and the tablet. Like I don't feel like I'm actually like doing anything. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I don't even have my sketchbook, so I will make sure I bring it with me next time I'm streaming from here. Coco, I made sure to include the place you usually sleep in the background so people can see you, and then you sleep on the floor instead. You know, I can't with this cat. She's not trying to get famous.
Contrary by nature.
Yep. She is out though. Like I'm looking to see if she's breathing. She is, but like she's a people cat, so she would normally either try to be in my lap or Faye's lap or somebody's lap, and she's just like, no, the floor is fine. The blanket fell on the floor, so she's on the blanket like, ah, yes, it's perfect. Yeah. I'm trying to say, do I want to add stitching design places? You know, that's the problem for after you finish coloring it in, though. Don't make myself more work. It's gonna be so funny listening to the playback of this stream. Oh god.
Yeah, I don't hear Faye anymore.
Nah, yeah, she went into the other room.
Oh, were we driving her nuts?
Well, see, okay, so the apartment is super nice. Basically, I'm in the living room, and the living room is connected to the kitchen, and like there's a little dining area. Like, it's all one big space. And in her defense, she did ask me, is it okay if I stay in here? And usually it'd be fine, because I'd be on my headset, and nobody would be able to hear her. But because I switched streaming apparatuses, and now I'm using OBS to do everything, the audio is coming from Zoom, talking to Dmanda. There's no way for me to just have my headphones on. The audience needs to be able to hear everything, and I can't get the Zoom audio to just play through OBS without having it come out of the speakers. And that way it's using the microphone that can hear everything in the room. So I was like, ooh, there's no way out of this. Oh. But I'm not going to be a jerk and be like, no, go eat in the corner. Like,
yeah, exactly.
So that's why I was like, are you done with your dinner? Because then maybe. Bigger problem, I couldn't hear anything you were saying either. Oh yeah, it was rough. I'm over here like smile and nod. But now it's way better. I turned the music down a little bit, so like I would rather be able to hear you, and we'll just try to fill the silence ourselves. Do you hear the music a little bit?
I do. Okay, I hear it.
So
I hear
better,
it in the background.
It's better than nothing. We're making it work. Like, the more I color and the more I'm like, I want to make me a cute little Wonder Woman dress. I might sew this. You have those ambitious thoughts in the morning, and then when the nighttime comes, do I really want to sew this though? Maybe I'll make it out of spandex because I'm lazy.
However, so like, you know, during the pandemic, like I haven't been extra like productive where it's like, oh, I have like this to do today, and like that's the one thing that I do, right? But you know, I still work my 7 to 3 job.
Yep.
But you know, as far as like other things like around the house or whatever, it's like, oh no, that's gotta wait for the weekend because I can't function to do multiple things during the day. However, today, for whatever reason, I was so productive.
Nice.
Not only was I on multiple phone calls doing all of the lovely 9 to 5 things that I do.
Excellent.
But I did 3 loads of laundry.
3 what?
3 loads of laundry.
Wow.
I mean, now granted, none of them are put away. They're just
but they are clean and dry.
I have organized the kitchen to be a little more like nice as far as like there's not like crap all over, like, so like where this camera is that I'm pointing to, it's on part of my computer that is on the counter. That's on like the breakfast counter. Is that what you would call it?
Sure.
You know what I mean. You know, when you come into an apartment, it's like, you know, the counter that's in front of the sink. So now there's like nothing on it except for the stuff that I need to stream, which is super nice and super clean. And then of course, I set up all of my stuff because I'd had it taken down all weekend because I didn't need it. So now everything is back up, and I'm going to leave it up for tomorrow's interview, but then take it all back down because it is just nicer. Like living in this quarantine life where we're just here, and because of the amount of like drag and interviews and streaming and stuff that I do, like it was just more conducive to just always have like all my lights up, the background kind of always in the living room, all this stuff. And so it's just been nice the past couple of days to just have it clean.
I'm going to tag your page in the Facebook Live. Hold on. I think I forgot to do that earlier.
Okay.
Will it let me? I don't know if it's going to let me. Let me see.
We'll see. Anyway, so like I just felt and like I made myself a sandwich, which typically for like
congratulations.
Typically it's just like like microwave whatever leftovers are in the fridge. I just felt super productive today.
It did let me. Awesome. Okay.
Yay!
So you are tagged. It's saved. Great.
Yeah. So I was just like feeling my very productive self today. Oh no, that's already driving hard.
I'm so happy. All of our data says it has excellent connections. There's been no lag. I have absolutely no dropped frames whatsoever. God, it's a good feeling.
Yes.
If you look at my tablet, you can see my fancy computer reflected in it. A nice combination of like decent internet and a computer that works.
Yeah, so my new computer should be arriving at some point next week, which I'm very excited about. So something that kind of it's one of those things that you kind of get spoiled about, and then when it doesn't happen, you get really mad. So like Amazon does this really cool thing where they'll email you when your packages arrive and put a picture of where your package is, which is super nice, especially living in a townhouse where it's like if it's left on the front step, anybody could just like walk by. However, ordering through Dell, like they don't do that. So like I was really annoyed when the other day I went to go get my Grubhub lunch, and there's my full monitor just sitting on my front step.
Oh my god, I would die.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god. I'm like, I guess it's good that this Grubhub driver like didn't take my monitor.
I feel like that would be a mistake for that person.
But at the same time, I would have also. There's obviously no way that they would have known that I didn't know that it was there. But it's like, I don't know.
What if you had a Nest camera?
Like, that's true too.
People do not be committing crimes out here. There's cameras everywhere.
Hopefully that's the deterrent of living in the neighborhood that I live in. But I was still like, y'all couldn't have like sent me a text or a thing. It's not like I don't get 800 other emails from Dell in a day.
Trying to sell you stuff, but won't even tell you when things arrive. Ain't that something?
I'm like, y'all already sending me all these other emails. Like, you can't send me an email to tell me that my stuff is here. And then the same thing happened the other day when my keyboard arrived too, and I was like, again, I guess the good thing that I am a crazy shopper and get shit from Amazon all the time.
Oh my god. Okay, this is a fun one. And it's mildly tangentially related. Someone's like, am I the asshole for making a wall of shame of the people who steal from our house? And I'm like, no. So the person basically goes on to explain. Their mother has a beautiful garden. She has many different types of plants and sculptures and little like statuettes and like all kinds of fun things. And people constantly steal and take cuttings and like destroy her plants because they can take it home with them. But they didn't know that there's a dash cam in the car. So he has over 30 pictures of all the people in the neighborhood who came and stole from her. And he put them on the wall with little punny jokes about how, I guess you had the time to steal from us, like THYM. Like, right? That's really funny. Would you believe he's now being harassed by the people who are on the wall because they're saying that, oh, my wife is a city council person, you're ruining her reputation by having pictures of her stealing things. I'm like,
maybe she shouldn't have stole shit. Like, it's not slander if it's true.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone's like, you're not the asshole. Please post that on the internet. Drag them for filth.
Like, put that on a full blast.
His mom is a nice old lady with a garden and they're stealing her place.
Yes. And tag her city councilman page.
Yo, you know that's what I would do. I am petty as a mug. I would drag
I'm like, especially if you have the full-on proof and like full face picture.
Pictures of literally taking a whole statue out of somebody's garden, like,
no.
Who raised you?
Yeah, I mean,
I could not believe it.
Really.
And then making him like he's the bad guy. I'm like, this is like,
oh no.
You lucky. I mean, it's very petty larceny, but I am pettier. I would absolutely be like, you have two choices. Enjoy your fame on my wall of shame, or I will tell the popo.
Yeah, right?
Okay. Yo, can you imagine if he had taken this to the police and were like, can you just write them a ticket or something? This is ridiculous.
Yeah, because also it's like, I mean, it is theft, but it's like, you know, that's not going to get them like put away in jail or anything.
No, but
it's still like, can you at least pay me for it?
Someone should, if the value of the plant is under $100, you should do 1 hour community service.
Yeah,
that's fair.
But
or give the plant back, or at least some kind of restitution, something.
Yeah. Again, she's not running a garage sale on her front lawn.
No.
She's not running a store.
Oh my god! I'm
like, it doesn't say for sale. Please help yourself.
Where is this? Is this in New Jersey? What's going on?
Like, absolutely not. That is.
Oh my god.
That is just some silliness.
The madness. Reddit is a gift. There's always some craziness going on there, man. Or my personal favorite, am I the asshole for wanting to wear this beautiful white gown to somebody else's wedding? I'm like, ma'am.
I mean,
what do you think?
Like, listen. No.
If you have to ask, you already know.
Yeah.
But it's not a wedding dress. I'm like, if it's above the knee, it's too short. If it's below the knee and it's white, you don't wear it. Like,
yeah. So like, here's my thing. So I wouldn't say that I'm like southern, but I'm from far enough in the South that there's like still certain etiquette rules that, you know, people follow around here. And like, one of them is don't upstage the wedding party. Like, the wedding party in general.
Yeah, no, agreed.
So like, that's one of the reasons that like, when I show up to weddings, people often ask me, oh, well, you should have come in drag. And I'm like, no. Because then all the people would be talking about is who's this drag queen at this wedding instead of how beautiful the bride looks.
But like did they invite you, like, yourself, or did they invite Dmanda Martini?
No, they just invite me.
That's what I'm saying. So like, you're not performing. I don't understand.
Whereas like on the other side, like the wedding that I was going to go to in London, Dmanda Martini was specifically invited to host
that's different.
the party. Like, that's different because I am hosting. I'm still doing a job. I'm doing a thing. I'm not showing
up as Wonder Woman or something unless somebody asks me to. Like,
yeah, like, you know what? It's just like you just don't do that. It's because it's not about you. Mm-hmm. Like that whole now, if you want to be, you know, Petty Patricia, because this is your ex-man who's getting married to someone else, and you want to cause a scene and drama, then by all means let me know and I'll bring some popcorn.
Oh god.
However, that sounds like messy.
Very messy. Okay, now this is where the lines get a little bit like more shady. Is it okay to wear a long white elaborate gown to someone else's engagement party?
Oh no! Again, it's the. I mean, so here's the thing: you are also obviously, at least at some point, a grown adult. You can wear what you want.
Yeah.
However, just like my therapist when I was in college used to say to me, so you like to wear these loud, obnoxious shirts, and want to get all all the stuff. But what kind of attention are you really asking for? Mm-hmm. You're only responsible for yourself. So yeah, sure, you can wear that elaborate, gorgeous white gown to the engagement party. But when your friend decides to slap you across the face and throw you, in the punch bowl.
In the punch bowl.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, I feel you. Like somebody was really like, but I really like it. I'm like, so wear it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like, don't ask the bride. She's probably busy running 10,000 things and don't want to be told, have to explain to you what to do. And like, it's not your engagement party.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you. Wear something else. Like,
yeah.
Like some people, so a lot of brides are like, oh, I have 3 different styles. I really want this is for the engagement party, this is for the wedding, this is for the reception. Like, maybe she has her own nice like she wants to wear. Why should she have to worry about what the hell you're doing?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, like when I go to weddings, I typically, because I love a good theme and I love to match themes, I typically ask what their colors are, and I'll wear something either complementary or something similar to their colors, just to, you know,
yeah, that makes sense,
be festive. But I'm not going to be like, okay, well, what suits are, you know, the gentleman wearing, because I'm going to go get that exact suit, or, you know, what gowns are the bridesmaids wearing, because I'm going to wear that dress too. Like, you know, I'm not going to do that, but I still want to, you know, especially if it's like a close friend or, you know, family friend or whatever, like, you know, I still want to be a part of the party.
Yeah.
And I also want to look cute, but I'm not going to, ooh. And listen, this is coming from someone who loves attention and, you know, loves to be the center of attention. So you know, like if I'm like, no, that's not a good idea. Like,
if
you
you're
know,
saying that, y'all really gotta be paying attention.
Yeah, like, come on. Listen, I am loving this little tool.
Oh yes, the gem placement is like so precise with those.
Yes.
I just love the fact that my line art is on different layer than my coloring, so I'm like, oh no, I was a little messy. No one will ever see it. Ha ha ha.
How will they know? How will they know?
They shan't. I've just been seeing so much beautiful artwork and being really inspired to try different things. I mean, I love doing comic book style art. That's like my favorite thing ever. But maybe I'll mess around with some other stuff.
Ooh. Yeah, I guess because I tag art stuff, because I just, you know, hashtag art or whatever when I post things for this. I'm starting to get a lot of like art things on my Facebook.
Ooh.
And so like some of the things I'm like, yeah, this could be fun to try, you know, where people just like put dots of color, you know, like all over a canvas and just like swirl it around.
Yeah.
I'm like, that could be fun.
Okay. So that's a decent base color for the silver. And now, some base. Do I have a different layer for makeup? Should I do one for makeup? I have a layer for skin.
So on Friday, last Friday, me and Ben met my brother's girlfriend.
Oh.
Which it was very nice. However, she is not very good at games.
Oh no.
So like, now granted, I don't know if she's not good at games or just because like Ben and I, who have been friends for 20 some odd years, you know, we have like a different language when it comes to like games like Catchphrase or we also played this Blockbuster movie game where it's like quoting movies and stuff. So it's like, obviously Ben and I, like, you know, boom, we got this. But it was just funny to see, like, because they're very cute together. You can definitely tell that they like each other, which is great. But it was just like against me and Ben, when we can literally just say like one word to each other to get the other one to say something, is just hilarious.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to play with y'all. It'd be really difficult.
like for those people who are watching, for those of us who watched Will and Grace growing up, like Will and Grace always playing like the $2,500 pyramid or whatever, with their friends. Their friends hated them because they always won. I'm like, ooh, that's us.
I'm just imagining the hilarity of Wonder Woman having asymmetrical ear piercings because she went to some back alley ear piercer in Man's World, and she should have just gotten her ears pierced with their mascara, and then they wouldn't have gotten it wrong like this. Can you imagine? Girl, what were you thinking? Oh no. What a mess. Goodness.
Okay. Sorry, I'm getting these like a shit ton of notifications. Mm-hmm. Okay, one is just my reminder for my appointment tomorrow.
Oh, good.
That's good. Oh no. The other one is so my friend is a theater teacher at high school, and so they have started doing production outside instead of inside theater, so that way the kids can still perform and stuff. And she said that today she came home and she has a pronounced sunburn line from her mask, which I'm like, I mean, it's good that everyone's wearing their masks, but oof.
I was picturing somebody peeling the mask off and like little bits of sunburned skin just come off of it.
I'm like, oh, sorry, baby. Like, yeah.
See, that's what happens when you go outside.
Put on some more sunscreen.
Sunscreen is your friend.
Get a giant umbrella to put over you.
Indeed. When is the last time you were just laying on a beach without a care in the world? You have to think about it?
Yeah, I mean, it was with my family.
Oh.
And that was in 2000. I'm trying to think how old were my niece and nephew. I think they were like 5, so maybe 5 years ago.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm not a huge beach person. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm extra white. So I will literally step outside and immediately get, melanoma.
Oh my god!
I don't necessarily like to be at a beach. Also, sand is not my friend. I don't like having sand everywhere. Like, I love having my parents' pool. I mean, I was at my parents' pool last summer. But beaches, not so much.
Okay, so where is your, like, this is my escape from everything, relaxed vacation destination, if not the beach? Because for me, it's like, yes, the beach. But you're like, no, Jay, not the beach for me.
Like, I really like traveling with friends.
Mm-hmm.
I like going and I like going lots of different places. Like the last, like, really nice, cool vacation that we went on was when we went to London a few years ago as a family for Easter. That was really fun.
Oh.
But also, like, lately, most of my vacations have been conventions.
Which are kind of like work sometimes.
Yes, I mean, definitely. Like, they're definitely kind of like work.
I feel like we have the workaholic vibe going on, don't we?
Yeah. But, like, I mean, as I said, like, I'm not a beach person. Like, I do like going to a pool. I like going to my parents' pool. It's like, friends of ours have a boat, and they're like, let's go on a boat. And I'm like, that's outside.
You're like, perhaps no.
Yeah, I'm like, not only am I outside and there's like water and the sun, but I'm also trapped on, like, you know, a 12-foot boat with 7 people. Like, that doesn't sound like fun to me. Yeah, I'm just not very outdoorsy.
Oh.
I'm really not.
You're so cute. You're like, no, Jay, you don't understand. I don't really want to do all that.
So yeah, like, again, like, most of my vacations are, just like, traveling. Like the last, like, true place that, like, I went to was right before everything shut down, and we went to Utah because my aunt had passed away.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's
so
not
like
a vacation, Dmanda.
I know, but it was. I mean, it was still nice to see, like, my cousins and stuff.
Yeah, no, of course.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just not, like, again, like, my vacations are, like, just, I don't know, I guess. So yeah, like, the last, like, vacation
yeah.
that I've taken was probably England, and that was like 4 years ago.
Oh my God, many moons.
Yeah, it was literally right before I did the Captain Green Lantern contest.
Oh my gosh. So what you're saying is you're far overdue for a vacation.
I mean, yeah, which is why I was so much looking forward to last year going to England.
Yeah.
And again, hopefully, maybe Christmas time, New Year's time, that can happen. Again, depending on how things are, you know, what travel is like, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Because I would definitely still like to go to see my friends that I was going to go see, as well as my friend getting married. Would be nice. Yeah, it's definitely been a while. Like, I'm also not someone who takes a lot of time off from work in general.
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe.
So, again, so, like, a lot of my time off is like, oh, I'm going to a convention this weekend, so let me, you know, take off a couple of days. Because, like, even when I went to Atlanta for Dragon Con, because I have friends in Atlanta, like, I went down a few days early, stayed a few extra days, got to hang out with friends, did a photo shoot in front of Disco Kroger.
Oh man,
you know, fun.
Yeah. I mean, I really can't make fun because my vacations are also conventions, but I do have a couple that I explicitly will not be seen at a booth doing at all. So
yeah,
that's fair. But it's still, like, you know, not the kind of, like, the dream vacation where you don't have to do anything. You're not on anybody's schedule. You just kind of lay around and just exist.
Yeah.
I yearn for that. Okay, so I'm having, like, the most annoying conundrum. I'm in the color wheel. I'm trying to find that, you know, that pale color that's like the inside of your lip?
Uh-huh.
For some reason, every pink I'm finding is either too warm or too cold, or it's like, it's just not right. But I'll keep trying. I will find the right neutral, fleshy, gross human color.
Excuse me, computer. Can you find human colors?
This is close enough. I just thought it'd be fun to experiment with, like, you know how no one's lips are all one color, so why not just like kind of like blend it together and see what I can do, and then go over with a sheer purple to look like a lip gloss. Because when I was making my character yesterday, the makeup in Mass Effect is really quite good in terms of like how you can use it to accentuate the character's own natural lip shape, and like they have a character creator that can make like probably thousands of different faces. So it's just really fun to do that, and I was like, I want to be able to draw like this, even though it's clearly a 3D image that's made by, you know, video game rendering, and it's different than actual like artwork, but it just made me think, I want to do more, I want to create more dimension with the way I'm drawing, and now I'm over here driving myself crazy trying to figure out what the hell color this is supposed to be. But it's fun. This is what humans look like. This is normal.
Yeah.
It's really not. I gotta blend it somehow. Alright, let's see how this looks.
Ooh, look at that. I have done this entire
Wow.
guide.
That's amazing. And it's only been an hour.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, it's only 8:30. So yeah, we completed this whole side. So now I need to take a little breather.
Take a break. Sounds good.
Take a little break from doing that for a second. I'm gonna go get another cider. Ooh, get some of this glue off my nails. Ooh.
No, never mind. I'll get at you when you come back. No, it's okay. I looked up and noticed like, oh wait, face. And it's gone. Ooh, goodness. Look at that.
But yes, I'm very happy with that.
Good. I'm testing out the blur tool to see how it alters the texture of this thing. Well, it makes it blurry. It performs as advertised. Whether that's the effect you were going for or not. Kinda. Let's see what else I can do. Can you still hear Faye?
Yes, a little bit.
It's good advice. Note, everyone, you should always wear gloves when handling ancient text because you want to preserve the text, but also if it is a cursed text, you may want a barrier between you and the evil within the text. Just saying. This is definitely interesting. Do some makeup over it and see how I like it. Adding another layer and calling it makeup. this is where the lipstick is gonna go. And I'm gonna see if I think I have a glossy pen. Oh, I didn't save it. No. Oh yeah, I finally bought the billet and I spent the, what is it, $5? They were like, if you just pay for this, you don't have to get these ads every day. I'm like, alright. Y'all got me. Alright, where's the glossy pen for your lipsticks? It's got like 381 brushes, so I'm just trying to remember what the hell it was that I used last time, and I can't. Maybe I hallucinated it. Maybe it was in one of the other 10 million apps that I have for drawing, and I just forgot. It's possible. I might just use the acrylic one and then just hand shade it and make it look like it's shiny. Whatever. Oh, you're awake. Coco. Coco, come sit in my lap. I'm cold. She's like, I don't care. What's your problem? Oh, they have a hair gloss one, but not for anything else. Ooh. Alright, let's see how the acrylic water looks. And we're gonna make it a bit smaller and make it a nice dark purple. Oh, that's too transparent. Am I on the wrong layer? Oh, did I mess up? No. I'm on the makeup layer. What is it?
Ooh, I just got tagged in something on Instagram. Apparently, so this is the real deep cut.
Oh boy.
Lorda Chantel is coming back to the X-Men universe.
Well, that's exciting.
For those of you who don't know, which is probably everyone.
Tell the children.
Lorda Chantel is the original Black Queen of the inner circle of the Hellfire Club that we know and love from New York, and was Sebastian Shaw's girlfriend, I believe, at the time, because he is that kind of person. Yeah, she was one of Emma Frost's like early. I'm trying to remember if they were rivals or not. Actually, I don't think they were. But she was a teleporter, but she died in her first appearance, which was a flashback X-Men Classics. What do they call those? The backup stories.
Yes.
At the end of the issues, because X-Men Classics is where they did reprints of old stories, but they would do like cool backup stories that were extra bonuses. It was kind of like extra features. At the end. And so she's coming back in a new issue of Marauders.
Oh, nice.
So could be interesting to see what she has been, what she thinks of this new Krakoan era, seeing as how the Hellfire Club was originally just about, maintaining power, financial and all, financial power over everywhere, really. So I don't know. Should be interesting.
I love that they tagged you as like, who's gonna care about this? Dmanda.
Who's gonna care about this? Dmanda, because she'll know who Lorda Chantel was.
I love it.
Oh, also last week I because they were released on Disney Plus. I watched the Battle for Endor, the Ewoks movie.
Yes, how was it?
Oh, just as terrible as I remember. just delightfully camp, and like that little girl was cute, but gosh, she was a terrible actress. It was like, who do we know that looks like Drew Barrymore but isn't Drew Barrymore? Because obviously she's not available. But that movie, I will see here and now, was the reason that I became obsessed with jewelry.
Oh.
Because Charal, who was the evil sorceress in that, she had that ring that when she turned it, she turned into a crow. And I was obsessed. I loved
So
big
that's
jewelry.
where it came from.
Like this ring right here, direct link to that film in
That's
particular.
so funny.
And so then, for shits and giggles, I thought it would be fun to watch the 1987 Ewoks cartoon. So, theme song, total bop. Loved it. It's Ewoks. It's amazing. Love it. The cartoon itself is just trash. Just terrible. Like, no real redeeming story or
Tragic.
entertainment factor. Yeah, it was bad. But listen, I mean, George Lucas was just trying to make his money any way that he could, and he thought Ewoks were it.
He sure did.
He thought Ewoks were going to be it. But I mean, I remember being little, because like 1987 was around the time like I was in kindergarten. And I remember that cartoon, and I remember us having like the tree play set and the little Ewok figures that went with it. Because I mean, we used that tree play set like in like when we played G.I. Joes and stuff. Like we definitely loved that tree. But like, oh, that cartoon. What? Yeah, that was rough.
I just cannot decide on the lipstick color for this character, so I might just do that last. Perhaps inspiration will come to me when I finish everything else. Right now, I'm just drawing a blank as to what I want.
Yeah, I mean, AKA me when I'm doing my makeup. I don't know what lip color I want to do yet. But yeah, like it was trying to be like gummy bears and yeah, and like a little bit of like the, like the Rankin Bass cartoons, like
yes,
like Silverhawks and Thundercats and all of those, and it was just not good. And they also did these weird voice modulations on all of the voice actors for the characters. So it was really hard to understand anyone. And also all of the Ewoks had weird like vocal inflections and like words that obviously aren't English that would happen, but it's not like they're words that are easily identifiable in context clues, like when other people don't speak a language as their first language, so they will throw in other words, but you can kind of figure it out from context clues. But like these are just like weird words that they were like expletives or exclamations that I was like, I don't know what you're trying to say here.
It's like they were trying to figure out what they were doing with these characters in this like era, and they just kind of just tried everything and see what stuck.
Literally, because I guess they were hoping that like these little things that they would say would become like catchphrases, and like they would become things that like kids would say. Like, I mean, I remember when we were little and like Return of the Jedi came out. My dad is a huge Ohio State college football fan. And so like anytime Ohio State won, he would play the end credits music from Return of the Jedi,
right.
And we would all have to like pull our shirts up over our heads like we were Ewoks.
Oh,
and dance around. There's many pictures of us doing that, and it's super adorable. So like I still know like all of the nonsense language words to the original, so I was actually really upset when they replaced it when the special edition of Return of the Jedi came out. So like that I remember. And so like there were definitely a couple of words from that they like tried to put in the cartoon. But I don't know, it felt very forced and very weird. I don't know. Listen, I gave the first episode a watch, and I was like, I'm glad that I did that for nostalgia's sake, but I'm not gonna waste any more of my time. Maybe kids will watch it because it's on Disney Plus. and it'll have a resurgence. I don't know, but I doubt it. There was this really random cartoon short, though, that I don't remember ever watching or ever having there be a reference to, but it was with Boba Fett and like the original cast of Star Wars, and it was Harrison Ford, it was Mark Hamill, did all the voices, but it was like a weird vintage cartoon, but it says that it was released in like 2020. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I don't know what this is, or ever knew that this was being released or whatever. But it was like this little side story of, at first Boba Fett is like kind of helping them,
right?
But then like double crosses them because he's Boba Fett.
Yeah. At the time, that was the characterization that the character had. Yes, they have given him a whole makeover since then.
Yeah, because he was definitely working for Darth Vader. Mm-hmm. Around that time of the original, the original series.
I feel like people are now seeing bounty hunters as like, yeah, they work for hire. They're not necessarily aligned morally with who's paying them. Yeah. And some bounty hunters won't take jobs like, they won't trade slaves, they won't sell drugs, they have their own code of honor or whatever. Mm-hmm. So the presumption that he's working for Darth Vader means that he's bad. It's a little gray sometimes. And then they've kind of done a lot of work with humanizing certain Empire people. Like, if you play Battlefront, Eden Versio is a really interesting character, and like, I know that a lot of the really like deep character stuff is not in the main trilogy anymore. Like, it's all in like third-party things, and like, I feel like you shouldn't have to play a video game to get depth in a franchise, but at the same time, it's nice that you can find depth in like other stuff. But I wish they'd make a movie, man. And they even cast a wonderful actress to play her, too, who does live-action acting. So it's like, you could make this a film. And I get that they don't want to, like, canonize things that are, like, stories that may make some things in canon not make sense, I guess. Uh-huh. But, like, the assumption that Darth Vader has never done anything besides what we see on camera is ridiculous. Of course he has. Right? Like, he supposedly has been, like, the scourge of the galaxy for years. What was he doing while Luke and Leia were growing up separately, right? This shit. So, I'm here for it. I want to see more stuff while we still have all the, while we still have many of the main cast available. Obviously not everyone with us anymore, and it would be sad to do stuff without them, but I definitely don't think they should do everything with CGI versions of Luke. I think it's okay to maybe work with a younger actor to get some of those other stories on camera if they want them. Yeah. It'd be cool.
So speaking of, are you excited for the announced Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Oh my god, yes.
So?
It's gonna be so good. Super duper hype.
And then bringing back Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen deserves a chance to come back.
I think so too!
With good writing!
Yes. Like, I honestly hope that, they get some, like, good writers and, like,
give
a good
our boy
story
dialogue that makes sense.
Yeah.
No bitching about sand. Please, Lord Jesus. God, if you listen, help. You deserve better than this. So I don't want to lose the texture that I gave her, but I feel like it's a little too transparent. So what I'm doing is making a backing layer with the same brush. So then when I make the top layer more visible, it'll just look thicker, but it'll still have that texture.
Oh, very cool.
Experiment. I'm dying.
What?
Oh, if you can't hear what Faye is saying, it's really weird. One-sided conversation.
I can just hear the fact that she's talking. I can't hear any.
Oh, okay. Then
like,
don't worry
word.
about it. But it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I will tell you later. Alright, almost done. Hopefully this has the effect that I'm looking for. Oh, this brush is too big.
Is there a song that you just kind of sing to yourself when you're in like in the mode, like in the
Oh, there are so many. What do we call it? This is the ambient song that just starts playing, or your idle animation. If you're a character, your idle animation. So if I'm a character, when no one's controlling me and I'm in the kitchen, I just start going.
Yeah. First of all, Tom Brand is a great song. So one of the songs it's a song that I sing when I'm just like in the zone of like working on something.
Yep.
Or it's also, which makes more sense, when I'm just like floating in a pool, and it's from Bedknobs and Broomsticks. It's the bobbing along, singing a song on the bottom of the beautiful briny sea.
Yes, classic.
It's just, it's just the song that just comes in my head.
A lot of my favorite songs are instrumental, so with no lyrics or anything, but yeah, there are definitely a few that's like, yes, my brain is bored trying to put the radio on, and that's what just comes on in your head. Excuse me. Okay, it's saying there's 4 comments, and I haven't seen a single one.
4 comments where?
On Facebook. I'm like, where?
Oh.
Well, doggone it. Can I see them? Oh, here we go. They're all... Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. They're all from Sheridan Williams, who I think we've talked to before, but what's your Twitch name? Well, they were all in the last 6 minutes, so I don't feel too bad. Okay. Yeah. Greetings, Jay. Greetings, Amanda. Are you all talking about the Star Wars Christmas special? No, but that was close.
No, not the Christmas special. It's called the Vintage Star Wars cartoon that's on Disney Plus.
Okay. Yeah, Boba Fett doesn't like Jedi for obvious reasons, and the Empire had the deepest pockets. Agreed. I don't think that he's necessarily evil. The Jedi kind of ruined his life.
Yeah.
Give Pinocchio a chance to stop being wooden and become a real boy. I have no idea that's a reference to. Maybe you can figure that one out. And then this week's song in my head is Teardrop by Massive Attack. That's a good song.
Oh.
Very good song. Ebenezer Grinch, that's it. Okay, I was like, wait, I know I remember your name, but I couldn't remember what it was exactly. That's it. Yeah. So I see that's why Twitch has been quiet. You're on Facebook. Well, that's what we get for simulcasting.
Yep.
Also, it looks like our Facebook person reader is wrong because it says that there's nobody on Facebook, but there's at least one. Oh well. We're still working out the kinks in all of my various plugins.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I do think people say you should stream to where your audience is, and I have a lot more people on Facebook than I do on Twitch. But at the same time, we got better responses when I was just streaming to one channel. So maybe next week I'll just give it a rest and just go back to what we were doing before. But it was an experiment.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with trying new things.
Yeah. It worked great with video games yesterday, though, but like maybe our streams are different than video games in terms of how you can broadcast them to different places.
Well, and also you didn't have to worry about pulling me in on Zoom.
Okay, I think calling Hayden Christensen Pinocchio is mean.
Oh.
Yeah, now because you explained the reference. Dude, he never lied. He never pretended to be anything he wasn't. He was just a good actor who got a really bad script and was playing an iconic character that people have projected their own ideas of what Anakin Skywalker was supposed to be like for 30 years. Am I right?
Yeah. Oh, I fully agree.
Yeah.
It was the same thing with poor little Jake Lloyd.
Nobody could have played Darth Vader the way that they wanted with that script. Absolutely not. And then people are saying, "Oh, Matt Lanter was better than him because he's in the Clone Wars." Matt Lanter is a wonderful voice actor, but he did not have to do the same job Hayden had to do, and if you pretend otherwise, you full of crap. Okay, like Dave Filoni and all the people who worked on Clone Wars are like masterful, and it made Matt Lanter's job way easier because they had more time to develop Anakin as a character and show his different facets and everything. Hayden had 2 movies.
Yep.
Matt Lanter had.
He had 2 movies that were poorly written.
The writing. Okay, so you're saying he's not a real boy. The writing caused him to be wooden. I think that wooden means that the actor is not emoting. He emoted. It's just that the emotions that he had to act were ridiculous and the motivations didn't make sense. Like, I wouldn't call... Okay, would you call his performance wooden?
If anyone's, I would call Natalie Portman's performance wooden, but I think that's also the direction she was given was to be more wooden, but I wouldn't necessarily call...
Okay, if we're going to say wooden performances, I would say Bella Swan in Twilight, because that is just... To me, that's wooden. And again, that's direction, that's... The actors can act. I've seen Kristen Stewart emote in other things, but she was literally playing a deliberately bland character who everyone's meant to project like a Mary Sue. So it's not necessarily, like, wrong. Do you know how many little white women love that movie?
Girl, I have tried to explain to numerous people why Twilight in general is just problematic.
You shouldn't have to. It explains itself. The people who made it don't like it. Yeah. Nobody wanted to be there.
But I just mean like the franchise, like from the writer.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Everyone who worked on it agrees, but it's like it was a job.
Yeah, it was a job,
I don't agree with the amount of sodium in these beef patties. I'm just here flipping them because I gotta pay the rent.
Yep. It's just like, listen, and all of those actors from that are like, yes, I am still working and thriving. Thank you so much. Because listen, as much as I don't like Kristen Stewart in general, just because I do think she's a very sour-faced person.
You're so mean.
There's just something about her that I don't like. However, she is a decent actress depending on what she's given. For example, one of the very best performances that I've ever seen her do, I think was a Lifetime original movie. It's a book that Ben had his students read like 2 years ago. Now I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called like Shout or Quiet. I don't know. It's something about voices. So it's about a young girl who is raped and then like stops talking.
Oh, that's so sad.
And so her performance, she only got to talk for like 15 minutes in the movie. The rest of it is silence. And she was very good in that movie. And I think it's a novel based on a true story. And I just ruined my tool.
How?
I broke the thing off.
No. Okay, how long did it take that to ship?
No, not very long, and it came in a 2-pack. I got another one downstairs.
Oh, thank God. Yo, I was really about to
you know what I just realized? It's because it's wax. I can just mold it back on here.
You scared me.
It's wax, so I can just... so I'm going to go get the other one.
I was like, you were making such good time.
Yep, and I'm going to put this one down, and I'm going to go get the other one, and I'm going to use... I was trying to get the glue off of it, but it's wax. I can't just be rough with that.
No, you got to be gentle.
So I'm going to go grab the other one from downstairs. I'll be right back.
Anyway, so Ebenezer, I think we all agree that Hayden's performance was not what it should have been. And I think it's just more like a disagreement on choice of words. Because when I say wooden, I think of like, oh, this person is just a plank of wood. As opposed to what we got, which was his opinions being about sand and such. And I was like, what is this? Anyway, I still do not know what I'm going to do with a lot of this. I think I need to mess around a little bit more. Oh, wrong brush. I'm over here now. Welcome. Nice. So I don't know if you noticed, I got some new emotes. I added one called Booster Leaf because it's my friend Shelly's adorable cat named Booster who had a leaf in his mouth for some reason. And it was just a really funny picture. So I was like, can I make an emote out of him? And she said yes. He was passable. He wasn't a complete brick. Yeah, he wasn't too bad. I'm probably going to add more cat emotes soon. Coco the photogenic. Oh, Coco's in her little box. What a good cat you are, Coco. We have trained her to sit inside the box in the kitchen so she doesn't get stepped on. It's a good. Oh, nice! Look. Every time you use the emote, it pops up on the screen and it's so cute. Thanks, Ebenezer. They're super adorable. I gotta add more of those. I might do some like animated ones of like different characters and stuff. Ooh, my computer looks so cool. Yeah. Oh, Pen fell asleep. Wake up, Pen. I charged everything. I'm sure it's good to go for today. Question of the day. Is it a bathhouse or is it a bathhouse? I'm like, what are you doing in there?
Oh my!
I know!
Oh my!
It is hilarious.
Yeah, so my other one is blue.
Oh, I
the,
don't
the,
know.
the pink one that I just
Oh,
broke.
you got another tool to do
Yeah.
the thingies.
So yeah, it came in a 2-pack and they came in these cute little boxes.
Nice.
Like this. So I'm like, I don't know, I can probably use that, make that into something. I don't know what now, but you know, I'm a costumer, theater person, cosplayer, so I just keep random shit because I'm like,
Listen,
I don't know, it might be useful someday.
This is the way. This is absolutely the way. Well, no, I want the tiara to be a little skinny. Figure out what I want with this. Because her original one was not like super chunky. It was like a nice little skinny one. Considering I'm a connoisseur of bad movies and performances, The House of the Dead, Tekken 2, Kazuya's Revenge, King of Fighters, and Brick Mansions are all houses of brick. Yeah, you're not wrong. Like, I can still enjoy a movie and be like, wow, this could have been acted better, but it was still fun. But I also like to shy away from blaming actors for, like, movies that had a lot of other things wrong with them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Just like I told you last time, like I watched Thunder Force.
Oh yeah.
And it was cute. It was fine. There wasn't anything necessarily wrong with it, but was it like a good movie? No. It was okay. I was entertained. I was glad that I already paid for Netflix, so I didn't have to pay any extra for it.
Speaking of paying extra for things, are you finna shell out some $20 to watch Black Widow?
I will wait for it to come out for free on the thing. I mean, listen. I waited for Mulan. I'm gonna wait for Raya. I will wait for Black Widow.
Okay.
The only reason I watched Wonder Woman on Christmas was because HBO Max didn't make me pay extra.
That's a whole fact. I did not watch it on Christmas. I watched it like whenever was convenient after the fact. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I heard people were ripping Thunder Force apart. Well, no matter what, people were going to talk shit about it because it was not a traditional superhero movie. But I'm sure there were some valid complaints.
Yeah. I mean, again, it was fine. There wasn't. I mean, it's not like it was like problematic or, you know.
I mean, I don't know. What's the perfect movie that people hold to the highest and say like, oh, it wasn't bad, but it was no insert here. What movie would you put in that slot as like a, you know what I mean? Like
a superhero movie?
No, like
or
just
like
in general, like an excellent
just in
movie.
general, like an excellent movie.
Yeah, what's a good example of that? Because I can't think of any off the top of my head.
I mean,
Ebenezer, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I guess like,
Like, I don't know if there's a universal, oh, this movie was classic.
yeah, because the other thing is that as you get into quote classic movies is when you start getting the stuff that was forgiven for being problematic because it happened to be 1984.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But like you know what I mean? So like coming up with like a movie where it's like something about it wasn't problematic. It's like,
yeah, fair enough.
Because like for example,
Oh.
I mean, my parents love Gone with the Wind. Like
oh,
my
I knew
mother,
you were going to say Gone with the Wind. How did I know?
like my parents did. I mean, did I watch it when I was younger? Yes. Okay, it was a movie. Like it was, you know, I liked it, but it's not a movie that I'm like, oh, I need to watch that all the time. But like another movie that like I absolutely love and like grew up with is Clueless. However, like the representation in that movie is not great. Like, you know, looking back on it, but it was 1995 when the movie came out. A movie like another movie that I also love and enjoy is Romy and Michelle's High School Reunion.
Oh.
However, still has some problems. There's like literally 0 people of color in that movie. Is perfect? I don't know. Oh, do you know what? Nope. Jackie's back.
Which one?
Jackie's back with Jennifer Lewis.
How old is this?
It was like early mid-90s. It's a mockumentary about a singer named Jackie Harrison, played by Jennifer Lewis, making her comeback. I mean, it is camp and hilarious.
I mean, I love camp and hilarious. I will be forever mad that one of my favorite camp hilarious superhero movies of all time is tainted by someone who is just awful being a big important cameo in it. Remember Meteor Man?
Yes, I do.
I loved that movie so much when I was a kid. Damn you, Bill Cosby, you ruined everything.
Yeah. I mean, and so that's what I mean. It's like, what doesn't have, unfortunately, in our entertainment, what isn't tainted by something.
Like, nothing is gonna be perfect.
Yeah. But I mean, a movie that most people sort of agree to is like Godfather.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't necessarily think it was great.
You're like, I didn't care for it.
Yeah.
Today.
Ninja Scroll, Boondock Saints, Dirty Pretty Things, Melina, and Amelie are perfect to me, despite their
everyone loves Boondock Saints. That is a very common one.
I haven't seen it.
Oh.
So I don't know what that is.
Well, you remember what's his name from what's it called? He played Daryl in The Walking Dead. He's in it.
Okay.
Very popular fellow. Norman Reedus. There we go. I was like, I knew you've heard his name 1,000 times. You have so many friends who are like in love with that man. What is his name? Coco is still in the box because nobody's giving her a treat. I'm gonna give her a treat.
Oh.
I feel so bad. She's been like, "Where's my treat? I was good.
I'm doing the thing. Why aren't you giving me the stuff?"
It's so tragic. Hold on, Coco. You've been in the box for like 20 minutes and everyone is ignoring you. I'm so sorry. Here you go. You are a good girl. You get a treat. She's very quietly enjoying her treat. Boondock Saints 1 and 2 are so problematic. Oh God, yeah. For sure. Alright, where'd my stylus go? Oh, there it is.
I mean, another movie that I literally could watch at the drop of a hat is Joy Luck Club.
Oh, that's a great one. Yeah.
I love that movie. But I'm sure that that people would have problems with it in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it's not perfect. What movie is, honestly?
Yeah, I mean, and I mean that's kind of the thing. But I'm trying to think what movie, isn't? Because even a movie sort of touted for its inclusion and portrayal is Brokeback Mountain, and even that looking back.
Oh God, yeah.
No.
Well, you know what's funny? When I brought up this topic, I wasn't specifically talking about representation. I was just saying in general, for terms of yes, the writing and the cinematography and the acting, everything came together and it was perfect. That's what I meant. But it's interesting that it's hard. If you're a decent person, it's hard to put aside the fact that this movie is encouraging negative tropes or it's just bad stuff. So I get it. I get why we kind of got boggled down by but wait, no, this movie encourages problematic behaviors. I mean, that's why I honestly loved Captain America: The Winter Soldier, because I was I couldn't think of anything wrong with it. It was just a good movie. Outside of the whole oh no, Marvel movies are all military propaganda, and I'm right, but every Captain America movie is about how you can't trust the government.
Yeah, I mean, there's also that part where it's who's always the bad guy in those? Oh yeah, the government.
So you can argue that it's propaganda, and it's telling you that you should trust, there is one good cop and his name is Steve Rogers. That. Yeah. I get that, absolutely.
And he's not a real person.
No, all cops are bad cops. Even I won't say all cops are bastards. Even the dogs from Paw Patrol or whatever.
Oh.
That's the rule. That's the rule. Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, I completely understand and support anyone who wants to protest things that have too much law enforcement or military representation, because they have enough propaganda. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I loved Pitch Perfect, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently the sequel became really bad cop propaganda or something, or military propaganda. It just ruined the whole movie because they wanted to get funding from the military to make it.
The third one where they go on the USO tour?
It. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And they were it wasn't worth the money. You killed what was actually a really entertaining franchise just because you wanted to get their money. You could have found another sponsor. Have them all drive Audis or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something.
It definitely felt weird and forced, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Oh, she's I got my treat. I'm leaving, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Coco.
Bye.
Alright. What else can I do with this young lady? She do something with her eyes. They look kind of creepy and soulless. Not the look I was going for, no. Wait, what layer am I on? Hold on. I was wait, no.
Oh, done another row.
Fantastic. You're making some good speed with that.
Super Soakers and Nerf are such military and NRA
Yes,
propaganda.
it's true. If only we had some other object that was not shaped like a gun that we could squeeze water out of. I don't know, kids can fight with turkey basters? I don't know. I support the idea of having harmless fun with a water gun or something, but maybe not have it be gun shaped. But yes, if we give the kids a backpack that has water tanks in it, that's totally gonna make them want to buy a semi-automatic rifle. You know what we should do? How about we just get rid of guns in this country and then kids can keep their water guns, because there won't be anything to confuse it for, because there won't be any guns. The water guns aren't the problem. The real guns are the problem. Galaxy brain. Oh, God. Sorry, y'all. I got an attack of the giggles right now. Let me drink some water and try to calm down. Everything is hilarious to me at this moment in time.
You said Galaxy, and I'm running. Galaxy Quest is actually a fun movie.
It is. That's a good one. Oh, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. There you go.
I didn't watch that one.
Oh, you're missing out. It was good. Fish-shaped water gun. Yes. Fish-shaped water guns. You've seen those waffles that have red bean paste that are shaped like fish? Like that, but a gun full of water. Squish.
I just need to stand up for a minute, so I'm walking.
Okay, no problem. It's always good to stretch. Okay. Okay. Oh, it just didn't select the color I wanted. That's why. I was like, what happened? Why isn't it working? What is this? It's like an olive. Okay. I'm just making her eyes look terrifying. Like, no. Don't do that. Oh, so am I right that you won't be making an appearance at BlurredCon this year, Dmanda?
So,
listen,
I'm still very on the fence about it.
I see.
So, I'm like, well, if I just stick to the table that I'm supposed to be helping run.
But in this case, I'll tell you right now, there will not be a table unless you go to a different table. So you're going to be with Dax's table, not my table, because we're not going to come this year.
Well, yeah, no, not that table. Dax's
okay.
Table. So, it's like if I just stick to that table, because like they're also saying that there won't be any indoor events. So I'm like, so there's not going to be anything indoors except for.
So y'all are going to be outside in the hot sun in July in drag?
All
day? In masks?
Girl, what do you think Dragon Con is like?
But you don't have to wear masks. And I'm not outside all day. Honey, I work security at Dragon Con. I'm at the ballroom, in the Hyatt, in the basement, drinking lemonade, talking about wear your badge. That's it. But who's gonna be outside all day at Dragon Con? Not me. No. So you're telling me BlurredCon, where we had the face painting that Corey was doing in that little like fenced in area next to the hotel, that's where your table's gonna be?
Well, so the thing is, tables are inside.
Okay.
From what I'm gathering from like what they're publishing.
Yeah.
So tables are inside.
I was like, what?
The panels are inside. But any event, so like I'm like, is the dance party outside?
How are you gonna do a socially distanced dance party during a pandemic?
I mean, and so that's why I'm like, what events are then they having outside? Because I mean, are they still gonna have the video games downstairs?
What is
are they gonna
about to happen? Oh my god. This is a lot.
It is a lot.
I have concerns. I'm really trying, but at the same time this doesn't make any sense. Like, okay, so what I was reading made sense in terms of like, oh yeah, they're gonna make sure you have to have your vaccination and all that stuff. But now I'm like, but wait, I remember how much fun that con was. I remember the raves and the dance parties and all that stuff. Like, I remember that. But I don't know how that works. It's like a Dragon Con. I don't know how to have a good time if I have to wear a mask the whole time and I have to, like, be apart from people.
Yeah.
It just feels like the kind of thing that would be more fun not at this time. And then the whole, none of the kids can get vaccinated, so they're gonna just be out here. I'm like, no. But let's pretend like it's gonna be fine and talk about what you're wearing instead.
so like,
I'll give you a break.
And the thing is, but like that's my problem, because I'm also like on like the other side of it. It's like, well, something has to be first, right?
Yeah.
Like something has to be first. I'm like, listen, Hilton is trying to make this happen in the safest way that is possible.
No, I understand. I get that.
So I'm like, I do want to support the convention. I do want, first of all, I mean, also, you know, in my head, yes, I want to be there. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I want to be there, and it's just like, the more and more that happens, I'm like, I do want to be there, but also, So, also, I don't have a signed contract with them.
Oh yeah, no, you're flexible.
Yeah, like, I'm going to support a friend and be there because it's a convention and have a good time. So like, anyway, but so what we're considering wearing, just to have me not go into a brain aneurysm because I'm like just rethinking this. So of course, Dax and I are, there's the spreadsheet. We have matching looks.
We are cute.
Yeah, so we are going to, because what we were going to premiere last year for the first night of BlurredCon, the Thursday night before, just to hang around the hotel, were our matching silk specters.
Yeah, oh, that was so cute. I love those.
Yeah, so we're gonna do those because they have never seen live action, only digital.
Oh.
So we're gonna do those. And then on Friday, because also I think, and again, I'm not 100% sure, but I also think that Mr. is going to come.
Oh, yeah.
And so we have all talked about doing the chipettes.
That's going to be so cute.
So, yeah, so my chipette is already ready.
I think, know.
I think Dax is already there as well. I don't know if Mr.'s is. So we're gonna do the chipettes. And then Saturday Saturday we're premiering my finished boomer will be ready with the shoulder pads and everything. And Dax is going to be premiering Feral.
You say Feral? Like from X-Force Feral?
Yes, X-Force Feral.
Oh my god, with like the hair and the
Yes, yeah.
Nice.
So I believe that she commissioned a Zentai that then she will be, or a dye sub that she will be adding fur to. So it should be quite interesting. And then, as I was kind of talking about before, to be a little more relevant to the current zeitgeist of characters, Dax is going to do Viper, Madam Hydra, and I'm going to be doing Madam Hydra with an octopus on her head.
I love everything about this.
Because I enjoy being the most uncomfortable.
You really do? Girl, why? Why are you like this? You just gonna be out here suffering. Wow.
Yeah, so those are the things that are on the plan. Some backups in case plans don't go as we think that they're going to go. So because we already have our blue X-Men uniforms.
Yeah.
Dax has used some Photoshop on the pattern that she has to give us some Age of Apocalypse X-Men uniforms, which were red. So those are in the works. And then, of course, both of us have a bunch of cosplays that, we have that are new that we can just kind of put together. Like Dax could completely, since her comic book cover will premiere in June, she could always bring Seer.
Which character is this?
Seer, the one from Commanders in Crisis.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Oh yeah, Dax is gonna be such a good Feral. Oh my god, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, it's silly how amazing that's gonna be. It's also cat person, so Dax is.
Oh my god, all over it. Dax is like, I just cosplay myself.
quite literally. She
Love it. Oh, that's way too big.
But yeah, I'm excited to have Boomer completed with the shoulder pads and everything, and wrist gauntlets.
Yes.
And she has a built-in face piece because she has her jaw wired shut when she wears that suit. So, mask done. because Farrell broke her jaw. I'm like,
Aww.
so Dax. so I'm like, Dax, are we gonna have to like get into a fight? But yeah, so I have, I'm excited for my look that I'm doing tomorrow night.
Yes.
For those people who like follow me on social media can probably figure it out, but it's from Daredevils, the original Marvel UK series starring Captain Britain and his friends. When Betsy Braddock was not quite Psylocke, but she was a part-time model, part-time spy. Which, is fun.
Like you do. Typical Marvel heroine.
I mean, listen, there are only so many jobs that a woman could have had.
Right? Exactly.
Housewife, charter pilot, spy, model.
She's doing her best.
Yeah. And listen, and Betsy Braddock had like all of those except for housewife.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so I'm going to be doing that look. And then next week for my birthday, I am also premiering an all-new cosplay.
Ooh!
I'm going to be doing... I've posted about it before. I'm going to be doing Red Claw from Batman the Animated Series.
Oh, I'm so hyped for this.
Yeah. So very excited for that. Like, I was thinking about, I was like, I need to do something new for my birthday just for my own sake and sanity. And I was like, I really, as much X-Men that I do, I'm like, I need to, like, start diversifying a little bit more.
I support it.
So I was like, what's a fun... like Z-list DC villain that I could do. As I've mentioned before, I've been binge watching Batman the Animated Series, and I remember, I don't know, 2 years ago, Dax was like, I'm gonna really need you to do a Red Claw because, obviously she premiered in the same episode that Catwoman did, and so like that would be a cute matching suit, a combination for us to do. And I was like, yeah, I'm like, I would totally do Red Claw, and so I was just like, why not? Ebenezer said Betsy Braddock was Kim Possible before Kim Possible.
Yeah.
She was.
I love it.
But yeah, so that'll happen. So I'm probably gonna shoot that this weekend, and that'll be for my birthday. So excited about that. I also, because my favorite dye sub artist, Cyan Man on Instagram, opened up their commissions. I was like, all right, because they don't always have them open. So I was like, let me hop on that while they're open.
La-di-da.
And because they just announced in the latest Marvel Legends that Dark Star is going to be a part of it, I was like, I think it's time for me to put Dark Star as a priority and get Dark Star done. So I commissioned that dye sub. So I don't know when that will be ready. Probably sometime in the summer. So like after BlurredCon.
Okay, now the fun part. Figuring out what layer to draw the lasso on. I'm gonna erase all the lasso sketch lines. But I'm just trying to figure out. I need it to be kind of behind her hand. So maybe between the skin and the armor. But also technically over her hand, kind of. This is tough. I'm just gonna draw it and figure it out. Like, what else can I do? Oh, that's way too big, is it? Yeah, it's too big. Yeah. Let's go. That's too skinny. It's about right. It might be too chunky though. How many rows do you have left to bedazzle, ma'am?
So,
Oh, God.
I'm only on the second row on the right side of the bust. So there is still, so after this one, there's still 3 on the top, but then there are 2 that go across the entirety of the underbust that need to be done. So I've got 5 more after this one. So I think I might
5 hours more work.
Yeah.
So 2 more streams.
So I don't know. She may need to be something that I work on while watching a movie this week.
That's
as well.
Fine. When is the date this needs to be worn?
I mean, this is just for me to just do, to just have like a new outfit to wear potentially on our stream.
Oh, okay. In that case, that's way more relaxing than what I was thinking. So
yeah. So yeah, no, this is just something that I bought and I wanted to stone, and it was like, oh well, you know, something that I can do on the stream. Like this outfit's just for me. There's no.
Oh, good. There's no deadline.
Yeah, no. There's no deadline. No real reason for it. Just.
It's drag. You don't need a reason.
Yeah, it's.
Reasons are for suckers.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in my case, I also don't have a deadline for this. It's just a thing I wanted to draw. I wanted our stream to be relaxing and fun and not like stressed out stuff. And I think I kind of lost sight of that a little bit with my I must cosplay for the role-playing stream. I'm like, must I though?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to look like, you know, like I've had a shower recently, but I'm not going to go crazy. Let's try this. Do I want to try that? Oh, maybe that's too small. Also, this color is like
Yeah, I may not do this next week just to give our viewers some variety.
That's fair.
Of you know, not just watching me do this for 3 hours at a time. But maybe next week I'll switch over to the belt buckle for my Captain Indigo Lantern. I just called it Captain, just the Indigo Lantern.
It's part of you now. You'll never.
It is. It is.
That's so funny.
Because I was talking to somebody about something for this lantern shoot. And I wrote Captain, and they're like, you're still doing stuff for Captain Green. I was like, no, I am not. No, I am not.
That's so funny. Okay, I'm gonna erase my sketch lines and see how this looks. Where is it? I think that's on the ink layer. Is it? Yes. Okay. Big deal. I'm erasing. Oh no.
Ooh.
There we go.
Ooh.
How's that thick lasso look?
Looks good.
Yay! Alright. But we're not done. Oh! Too much. Eraser is too big.
Yeah, that looks good.
I gotta do a little more to make it obvious that her hand goes inside the lasso. We'll figure that out. It'll be fine. Maybe erase this. And do some more sketching. Okay, are we still on the lasso layer? We are not. It's here. Alright. Now this is the fun part. Special effects. Okay. I clicked the wrong thing, didn't I? Yep. No, I don't want to do that. No. Yes, that's what I want. Okay. So we can do a glow effect to make the lasso glow. Did you see?
Ooh.
Ew! I pressed the wrong button. That's not what I want. That's bevel. No. But I think there's an outer glow too. Ooh, drop shadow. Yeah, I want drop shadow. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's it, right there. But the wrong color. I want it to glow in gold, not yellow. Come on, pen. Stop it!
Do the thing.
You can change the hue of the...
Mm-hmm.
to make it less yellowy, more of like a bronzy.
Ooh.
I think that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. Oh, that's perfect. I'm so pleased with that. That's so good. Okay. And you can still see the texture of the rope itself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Yay, I'm so glad. Alright. No, I never did color in these stars. I should do that.
Huh. All right.
You okay?
Yeah, just hands getting a little tired.
Oh.
I'm also almost out of E6000.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I mean, I obviously have more.
Obviously.
I'm trying to use up every last strap inside this thing.
Mm-hmm. Oop, too much. Cleaning up my mess. I have a little drag there. I like that I have the lasso layer above the armor layer so that the glow hits her clothing the way that it should if you're trying to cast a shadow on something. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have some fun and paint this. With my hard copy pen. Smooth. Oh, yeah, make sure it's nice and small. Full opacity, yep. Like, this will take a while, but you know what? It'll be fun, it'll be relaxing, and it'll look so cute when I'm done. Hashtag cosplay.
Yep. Yep. Cut to me 2 years ago prepping for Dragon Con when I was hand coloring all of those red flowers at the bottom of my Polaris wedding dress.
Oh my god, that was a lot of work. Lord.
Literally just sat on the couch watching movies with a fabric marker and the dress around the entire hem of it.
Well, that'll be the next thing I do on stream if I want to do a cosplay thing. Remember Nakia's green dress from the casino scene in Black Panther?
Uh-huh.
I hand sewed every single little symbol on that thing to make the dress accurately. Because you can't, unless I had a machine that I could program to embroider, it was not possible to do that with the machine. And I'm still not done.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta fix the back, so I'm like, I'll just quietly hand sew that for the rest of my life. And then, of course, there's the making an actual hand-beaded Dora Milaje outfit. I'm sure I will someday when I'm really bored. Like, it's so much work. Like, hats off to every single woman who did that themselves. Like, y'all are saints. I cannot. It's so much. I was like, I'm just gonna paint this. It's fine. I wanted to have that thing ready by BlurCon of that year, and the trailer dropped like a week before, and I was like, well, I have 7 days. 7 whole months. So I got it together and I finished it, but it is nowhere near as what's what I'm looking for here? Ornate and detailed as the movie version, but they had money and more than one person, so I don't feel bad.
Yep.
So you work with what you got. Cosplay on a budget. I'm still mad to this day that I didn't just name my cosplay page Low Budget Cosplay, because that would have been accurate and hilarious. I was not thinking ahead, man. That would have been so funny. And then no matter what you make, it's gonna look good because your page is called low budget.
Right. Ooh. We're almost done with this strand, and then I am done.
Fantastic. I'm just gonna color in these stars until our stream is over. 'Cause it has to be done anyway. So I might as well. So I'm driving myself crazy with shading. Oh, how cute. The song's called Bubble Tea. I finished all my bubble tea. It's all gone. Oop. Got a little messy there. Oh yeah, I don't know if you're familiar with HBCU Con that was supposed to be this weekend.
I remember hearing about it, but
yeah. So the con still happened, but I was supposed to judge the costume contest, and they did not get enough people who wanted to enter, so they decided to like just call that part off. And you know what? I understand, but I've judged contests that only had like 3 entrants, and you can still just give out the prizes that you have. So, but again,
Yeah.
I wasn't the one who was like running the thing. They just wanted me to judge, so it's up to them. But I feel for people who are like, where's the motivation to compete in cosplay right now? And you know, that's valid. I totally get that because I definitely don't want to compete in cosplay right now either. I've never really been a competitive person. But I am curious, what made you want to run for Captain Green Lantern in the first place?
So I don't know if I've told you the story.
You haven't told me on stream.
Maybe not on the stream, but literally, what happened is I was sitting on my couch, going through my Facebook, and my friend Shirley, just because I don't know, so you know Shirley,
Yeah, of course.
so Shirley and I have known each other for over 10 years because we did community theater together when they lived here in the DC area, and so I just happened to see that Shirley was going to be in town and that she was going to be hosting this costume contest. And I was like, that sounds like fun. And I had already told myself that I was going to take the year off of doing community theater.
Oh, okay.
No, that I was going to take the year off of doing community theater. So I was like, oh, well, then, I've got time to, if I win.
If you win.
To do whatever this is. Because I thought that it was literally like costume contest, you make one appearance, boom. Thank you so much for coming. Because I didn't read all of the information.
You didn't read the fine print.
Because I also thought that it was like one costume. I thought it was like one cosplay. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll do I'll back Dazzler. Whoop-de-doo. I'll turn a look. It'll be cute. It'll be fun. No one will know who I am, but that will, it'll be me, and I'll like it, and it'll be worth it. And I was like, and then I'll get to see Shirley. And then I told my friend Mark, who I mentioned earlier about it, and he lives in DC. He was like, "Oh yeah, girl, I'll be there. Like, I like going to Green Lantern. Like, cool." So I was like, "Awesome." So I'll have like a little audience. Whatever.
You'll have your friends.
Yeah. So I didn't think that it was going to be a thing. So all of a sudden, I get the email from Matthew.
Oh my god.
Being like, okay, here's your entrance form. I was like, okay, cool, entrance form. And it's like, by the way, you need 3 looks, potentially 4. If you want to change, for being crowned or whatever. And we need your measurements, and you need to sign, this waiver about you're going to be a part of this organization and do all this stuff, and you're going to need to travel to all these places, and you're going to need to get your own budget for them. Well, and I was like, what in the hell is all of this. I literally was like, this sounds like a fun thing to do on Memorial Day weekend.
Yep.
Like, that's literally what I signed up for.
That's so funny how we just hoodwinked you completely because you didn't read it.
So it was like a Tuesday or Wednesday when that happened. So after I filled out the form, I literally called my production team. Mm-hmm. So I got Ben, my friends Jason and Erica, Miss Carol, and my mom to come over for dinner. And I was like, so I'm entering this contest, and I thought it was just going to be a one and done. But also after looking at my Dazzler costume, she needs some updates. And then I need 2 other looks, plus potentially a 4th look. Mm-hmm. So the Wonder Woman dress that I wore when I got crowned, when I won, mm-hmm. was something that Miss Carol had already made me. It was it was Wonder Woman. You also saw it because I wore it at New York Comic Con. That Wonder Woman dress, she had made that for me because it's based on the pattern that my Edna Turnblad dress mm-hmm. was made from, just with Wonder Woman fabrics. So I was like, oh, I'll wear that since it's comic booky but not a look. Mm-hmm. The underwear stuff was easy. That was just like a Wonder Woman like onesie thing that I bought on Amazon, but then I also glittered a corset to wear over it. Ooh. And then I already had that blue satin robe that I wore over it. So I was like, it'll be like a cute reveal, whatever. And so Dazzler got some updates, but I was like, but I need a quote, and this is quoted from the entrance form. A casual Green Lantern look that can be based on any Green Lantern look that you want to. Mm-hmm. Casual. So what did we come up with? A full high collar gown that was short in the front, long train down the back, made out of Yaya Han stretch fabrics. Mm-hmm.
That could have been green overalls, but no.
No, because you know what? Some people wore a green jockstrap and a green harness.
Yes. You could have done
my favorite
anything.
Is
you could have done
Evelyn
a green bathrobe.
Yeah. So like literally, I walked around the corner after I got dressed, and Evelyn told me later, she was like, "I saw you turn the corner," and I was like, "Well, she came here to win." Mm-hmm. And literally, I didn't come there to win. I just came because I was like, this sounds like a fun thing to do when my friend Phil is here.
Oh my god. What a great story.
But then when I was seeing like the stuff that everybody else is wearing, I was like, oh. And I looked at Ben, because he would come backstage to help me change. And I'm like, Ben, I think I did too much. And he goes, no, girl, you're doing what should be done.
Correct. And I don't care who hears me say this, you are my favorite Captain Green Lantern winner.
Oh, thank you.
I have never been a judge, so it's fine for me to say that.
Yeah, thank you. And listen, it's now almost 4 years ago.
Yep.
It's seriously been such a cool turning point of my life to be like, because like if I hadn't have done that, I literally wouldn't, for example, be here.
No.
I wouldn't be wearing this.
I think we probably would have met at some point, but like it wouldn't have been the same context.
Yeah, I wouldn't be wearing this Con Queens merch t-shirt. The Con Queens. I wouldn't be doing these crazy, ridiculous Z-lister looks that I've been wanting to do since I was like 14. Like, you know what I mean? So before I started like quote doing cosplay like all the time about 4 years ago, I had done Outback Dazzler, Ariel 2 from the X-Men, mm-hmm. and Tangerine. And like all of them were like okay Halloween looks, but like where they have come to now, it's like holy shit, which reminds me, I do need to redo Miss Ariel 2 because she deserves a redo.
Yes.
But like I don't know, like all of these looks that I'm doing are like looks that I've always wanted to do, and it just makes me happy, and it has been so awesome and so cool, and I don't know. Before like meeting you in person, I've been following you on Tumblr for like 2 or 3 years.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, like when you did your Colossus, that's how. I mean, I don't know if that's like when you did it, and so that's when it hit the internet. But like
when you saw it, yes.
Like I saw that picture. Yeah, but I saw that picture on Tumblr.
Tumblr. The one with me and Wendell. Wendell was my kitty pride.
Yes.
It was so cute.
Yes. But yeah, like I don't know. Anyway, it's been awesome. I mean, it has also been some trying times.
Yeah.
But like
your Grace Under Fire has represented you so well.
So this coming weekend or whatever, because it'll be, you know, my birthday weekend again.
Yeah.
It'll be 2 years since the last Awesome Con when I broke my foot.
And still worked harder than anybody else at the booth. I do not know how you did it.
I mean, lots of vodka and lots of patience.
I feel like that means it's 2 years to the day that Dax and I were on a panel with Marina Sirtis from Star Trek.
Yes.
That was super, super exciting and fun.
Yeah, like literally, that's the only thing that Dax could talk about that entire day.
Can you blame her though?
No, absolutely not. Because like we were getting ready that morning to come over because I think that was the first day.
I don't know which day it was exactly.
Of Awesome Con. So yeah, because I think I was in my Captain Green Lantern dress because that was the only day that Dax and I didn't have matching suits. And she wore, and originally she was going to wear something else, but she found out that she was going to be on the panel with Marina and you, and so she was like, no, obviously I need to bring Starfleet uniform. I'm
so mad that the only Deanna Troi costume I had at the time was the Mirror Universe one that Marina never wore. It was only in the comic books, so I was like, she hates it.
Like
it's really naked. I don't blame her.
Dax
they
almost
used her likeness, so they drew her in it.
Oh, yeah.
Bringing that for her to sign would make her so mad.
Dax almost convinced me to bring Lwaxana.
Oh my god, that would have been amazing.
And wear it that day. But I was like, Dax, but I was like, first of all, I have to wear my Captain Green Lantern because of reasons.
He would have understood.
Yeah.
If you had told me, I'd have been like, no, wear that.
But also it was also the day that I had to be at the booth because all of you all were going to be doing all the other things. So I was like, unless you're gonna try to convince her to come back to our booth.
Like how? How would you even get a photo with her in it? Yeah.
Exactly.
I feel so bad. I'm like, oh, that would have been super cute.
Oh no, it's fine. That's totally fine. I'm not mad. Listen,
if it's meant to be, someday it'll be.
But also, one of my favorite memories of wearing that Lwaxana dress at Farpoint was literally getting off the elevator and coming down the escalator to go downstairs. And there was a Captain Picard coming up the opposite direction, and he saw me and literally turned around on the escalator and started running away from me.
But the accuracy.
I know, and I started laughing, be like, Captain!
Oh my god!
It was hilarious.
Jean-Luc!
And then of course I started laughing so hard.
Oh, no.
And the thing is, I mean, that dress, I mean, I guess it's somewhat recognizable as like one of the outfits that she wore, but it's like the fact that I was in this place where it's like I'm wearing obviously the perfect costume because people are literally like, I know exactly who that is.
Yep.
I know exactly what's going on here.
I feel like it's a good outfit for either Farpoint Con or the Star Trek track at Dragon Con, where everyone's gonna know what you're wearing. Yeah. Or Trek Vegas would be good too. Someday I want to go to Trek Vegas.
What's Trek Vegas? I've never heard of this.
It's the official Star Trek convention in Las Vegas.
Oh.
It is massive. The entire cast goes every year. The entire cast of every single Star Trek.
Wow.
How has no one told you? Dax has failed you.
I don't know. I've just never heard of it.
Because I know Dax has heard of it.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure she has.
Okay, so the good news, it's in Vegas. Hotels are really cheap. And there are so many hotels, so it's easy to get there. Tickets sell out pretty quickly, but you can still get you won't be able to get the gold VIP ticket, but you don't want autographs from everybody. You just want to go and enjoy the fandom, right? I think that it would be worth looking into. I've had plans numerous times to get a suite with someone, and it just hasn't worked out or whatever. But I'm like, no, one day I'm just gonna go get my own hotel room. I will pay whatever to not share with anybody. Yeah. And just enjoy. I mean, I haven't been to Vegas outside of bus stops. So I would like to just go maybe see a show or something, but also just be surrounded by Star Trek fans for 4 days.
Yeah. So I love Vegas. I haven't been in quite a few years, but I have friends who live just outside of Vegas in Henderson.
Mm-hmm.
So when I go, I typically stay, like in Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
but I definitely don't spend like my whole time like on the strip. Like I actually go see friends, hang out. Usually because they're theater people, there's usually a show that they're doing that I can go see, and just get to like hang out and be like normal, but then also have like the super ridiculous, crazy Las Vegas, ness of it all. There's one year we went where we stayed in a timeshare behind the MGM.
Ooh.
So when you're out in the desert, visual distance is all trickery and buffoonery. So you're like, oh, the MGM isn't that far. But no, the MGM is just that big. It doesn't look like it's that far away, but that's like 4 to 5 miles.
Oh my gosh.
So we're like, oh, we can just walk. Girl.
No.
But I tell you that I was over it on the first day.
Oh god.
So I was like, why is this so far? And this is also the days before Uber or Lyft. Like, oh my gosh, that was so...
They have like a pedicab or something?
But the thing is, we were like, oh, we don't need to call a cab. Like, we can just walk. Like, it's fine. It was stupid. Anyway, but I mean, we still had a good time. But, I mean, most of our time we spent just playing drinking games in like it was like 2 bedrooms that were an adjoining suite where it had like a kitchen, living room in the center. Mm-hmm. It was very nice. It was a lot of fun. It was like, that was back in 2010. So it was the 10-year anniversary of me starting college. And so me and a bunch of my college friends all met in Vegas. That was the infamous time we were sitting around the dinner table. Mm-hmm. We had just finished dinner and we were about to start playing, I don't know, some stupid college game, like King's Corner or something. And my friend Phil just like, and he like reached into his pants and then pulls out his cock ring and took it off. And I was like, Phil, what the fuck are you doing?
What?
Yeah, and he just like put it on the table. He was like, yeah, I just had to take that off. And I'm like,
oh my god. Ew!
And I'm like, I know we're like drunk and all having a good time, but like,
Bill is canceled.
But like, first of all, someone go get the Clorox wipe, wipe down this table that we eat off of.
Absolutely gone. Goodbye. You'll never see me again. My last words were, "What the fuck, Bill?" That is so gross. Are y'all still friends?
I mean, yeah, but it was that combination of like, yeah, we're in Vegas, we're all really drunk and it's noon. But it was just like, Phil, no, you definitely could have like
drunk, or did you get drunk when you woke up?
I mean, I don't think we ever stopped.
Oh dear.
Drinking. I mean, we were in Vegas.
I suppose. Well, sorry, Bill. What happened in Vegas didn't stay in Vegas. The man done told the whole story.
Sorry, Philip.
Yikes.
I mean, not that everybody. Whatever.
No, this is only going to be available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, and on video on demand forever. I'm not deleting it.
I mean, listen, that is a story that I tell often at parties.
Oh, okay.
So it is not something. It's also a 10-year-old.
He doesn't sound like he has a lot of shame anyway.
No. He's. In fact, the last time that I saw him was when Ben and I went to Utah to go visit friends 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, he's from Utah?
Yes.
And they say those boys can't party.
Oh no, they definitely can. We met Phil for brunch one day because we were driving. Yes, we were driving up to Logan, and Ogden was on the way, so we stopped in Ogden and had brunch with Phil. And I believe I told that story at brunch. So again, I don't feel like it's a secret.
No, it's fine. I was just joking.
I don't think it's a secret. I think it's just
if
kind of.
If he wanted to be a secret, he should have kept it in his pants.
Yes, fully agree. It's a funny story.
It's vaguely horrifying, but still funny.
Yes.
I feel bad for the servers.
Yeah, there was a. Oh no! This was in our hotel room. This was not in.
I thought you were at a restaurant.
Oh no!
Thank you for clarifying.
Oh no! No! We rarely, unless we were going to the Strip, like we literally were just in like the suite that we were in.
Like, okay, the hotel room is different. You see why I was like,
yes!
I thought it was a restaurant.
Oh my god! However, if it hadn't been at a restaurant, could you imagine?
Do you see why I was like, y'all still?
Yes. No. This was just in our hotel.
Okay, it's funnier now. Lord Jesus.
Oh my goodness! But no, there was one time in Vegas when I flew up to Vegas to visit my friend. My friend Stacia picked me up from the airport. And so, like, I think my plane landed around, like, 10 a.m. their time. And so she's like, I know when I get off an airplane, the first thing I want to do is eat because, you know, your body is all weird. You don't know what time it is. So she's like, you want to stop and get something for breakfast? And I was like, yeah. And so we went to this place. And I was like, well, you know, I already had a vodka on the plane. So, you know, I could use a cocktail. And she was like, girl, this is Vegas. Like, you can get alcohol at any time.
Yep.
Like, so I was like, yep, let's go. It's time.
All right, we got 1 minute left. Is there anything you want to mention for the stream before you go?
Everybody on the stream, tomorrow I'm going to be guesting on a podcast called Crushgasm. I'm going to be sharing more information on all of my social medias, but you can find them at Crushgasm, CRUSHGASM pod on Instagram and Twitter. So you can then find their links to the actual podcast. But I'm going to be talking about a random crush that I had growing up. Very excited about that. And this weekend you can catch me on Drag Queen TV by Dementia. In a cosplay show. So hope that you all are there and we get to see you. And yep. Thanks everybody for joining us.
All right. I will be on my usual Star Wars RPG on Whiskey and Waffles channel on Friday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because everyone's in California but me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time. Bye.
Bye everybody.
Okay, I learned my lesson. We're stopping on Twitch. We're stopping on Facebook. We're stopping on YouTube. Bye.